Audio.
Audio.
Hear
Audio.
Everything seems to be in order.
Audio.
Yep, okay. Everything seems to be transmitting. Stream is working as we were hoping for. Good. Let me grab this stuff. Let me grab this here. Screen ready. And I suppose I'll also show the screen in the Discord. You guys can actually see the stuff. Here we go.
Stream.
Does that break the audio? What was the order again?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. No. It was starting kick killed
The Discord. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Kick's still working fine right now.
I think it killed the Discord star.
Of course, you should just be looking at your own Roll20 so you can actually roll stuff.
Yeah.
Discord is a backup for those people who, for some reason, aren't at their computer or still, I don't know, driving while playing simultaneously on their phone.
For me, it's mainly so I know what you're looking at and pointing
Yep.
at, so I'm
Me too.
following up.
And it's also
I'm the crazy
I
boy.
literally just fucking click on the thing and it's like, oh yeah, we're doing this, and then it pops something on screen. That's how you know what I'm looking at, or what you're looking at. That's the feature specifically for that.
But
Sometimes I'm checking the map, and then you're like, "But I'm pointing at that other thing," and I'm like, "Where?"
I'm checking notes. Suddenly, I'm like, "What are we talking about again?" And also, this is like, of course, I'll tab to the browser and use my sheet to roll, but this is really the lazy man's way of playing with Roll20. I just look at your shared screen and see
Audio
what's happening.
only. And then, can you roll for me? Can you tell me what my character does for me?
Isn't there a Roll20 like feature in Discord, if I remember right? At least they had that at one point. Or tried
Sort of plug-in, I'm sure.
To do what?
It was very laggy. I think we tried it with my brother ran a game. We tried it for a moment, but it's like, yeah, we got actual Roll20 for this.
Like,
yeah,
it already has audio and visual and other sorts of stuff built in.
Does.
A web page is always going to be way smoother than just having one guy stream his entire thing in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
And then we get to
literally
the.
what it's made for.
Could you
Like-
pan a little to the right and then zoom in? No, to the north side, please.
Yeah,
That
I
would
can't remember how it
that'd
works.
be
But like,
awkward.
I understand it if you want to use the text channels of Discord so that you have an out of Roll20 place where you can then read what's been talked about or stuff like that. Like, I can see some points for it, but yeah. It just didn't feel as good to use as the
Right.
as Roll20 itself.
Either way, where were we last time? Does anyone remember? Do we need a big recap?
Last time, Team Field or Stone and Matteo were tracking our mysterious doctor who has stolen our tape. They called him, or Stone called him. They got his phone number from somewhere. And he managed to sort of listen to the background of the phone call, figure which store he's in, and kind of track where he's going-ish. In the meanwhile, Guybrush was in quarantine. Dr. Gorm spent his time figuring out a cure, poisoned a nurse. There was an escape attempt as Guybrush managed to break out of quarantine as he seemed to have a change of heart and not want to be there anymore. He drank acid. He strangled a janitor, knocked a pharmacist unconscious, but ended up getting caught in the ventilation system as he tried a cool action sequence escape montage and didn't really work. Agent Stone and Matteo tracked the guy's destination, at least to the Devil's Tower, and they were setting up a watch. They had a helicopter sort of look from the air and had the law enforcement keep an eye on a certain type of car. And I think at the end of the session, Guybrush and the doctor are cured. Guybrush has acid burns in his stomach, or ingestive tract in general, because he drank acid, and he's in terrible shape but recovering. Dr. Gorm's super tired because he spent the entire night chasing hyperactive Guybrush, and Matteo and Agent Stone have finally gotten a message from the law enforcement that your guy's on the way, and I'm not sure if he was already climbing or not, but he's about to start climbing the Devil's Tower.
I think that the climbing was already on progress, and he was 1/3 up already.
Something like that, yeah. When you finally drove back there.
Gorm wasn't only tired because of chasing Guybrush, he also spent the whole night trying to find a way to kill a
baby.
few months old baby that seemed to be a little bit of a star child of its own, literally. And very unkillable, very, very difficult to... actually might not be dead at the moment, just disabled mass of little bits that was left in a green room.
Yeah, he was like one of those fungus people from one of the newer Resident Evils.
Oh yeah, that is exactly like that now that you sort of bring it up.
Yeah. The mycelium taking over, and then you just kind of start attaching your limbs with just a little bit of water. And then you're not really dying at any point. That reminded me so much of, I can't remember the name, was it 9 or something like that? But they had the mushroom people where the fungus sort of takes over and alters your body. And some people become monsters, and other people become protagonists that don't really die.
I'm just a regular human, except I'm unkillable. What about you? I turned into a dragon. Oh.
Yeah. I'm a werewolf with magneto powers.
Yeah, I'm a boss fight. Wow. Are you also unkillable? No.
No.
I just have a big health bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that thing I keep seeing when we're talking. Yeah, that's... people see a health bar when they talk to me. It's easy to get the wrong impression. I do have to fight the urge to shoot you for some reason. Yeah. Please don't look at my large glowing eyeball that has an aiming reticle over it.
But yeah, the baby kind of. I think the end. Yeah, there was a fungus baby there as well in that game at some point. So I was like, similarities.
Yes, and then for the current situation, I believe that you were told that you saw someone climbing the Devil's Tower from a distance.
Yes.
And let's determine everyone's location and time. Exhausted Guybrush and Gorm from nighttime event. Matteo, and Stone looking around Devil's Tower. That one, whatever. Clues, but yeah, reality. Deputy was supposedly married. Yep, dealt with. Gorm had busy nighttime killing. Out of the day. Remains in storage. Guybrush is still sickly, but not infected anymore. You're technically able to do whatever a sickly person stuck in the sick bay would be able to do. And at most nighttime, you can see someone climbing the tower, which is where Matteo and Stone would be.
Yeah.
Means, where is it? There it is. It sort of sucks that Roll20 can't have me forced to zoom in on a similar level as I am. Just realized that's a little bit of a shortcoming. Doesn't matter. And it is night of 13th.
So I think realistically, Gorm could technically drive and join the guys, maybe at some point. But
maybe, but considering this is happening now, I suppose if he's called, he could start driving, and then who knows what exactly he does when he gets there.
you come there and rescue you guys when the mushroom people fuck you over.
Well,
fuck you up.
Depending on what you think may or may not happen.
Yeah, true. But yeah. Mateo and Stone Show, go!
Yep. I mean, if you want more of the situation, this is very much your show right now. You were looking for a guy, and now you're, thinking, oh, he's going to come here, and he's going to climb that big mountain. And now you suspect that, yeah, he's climbing that big mountain. When he gets to the top, he's definitely going to, unleash a nuke on the world or whatever he's going to do, right? You don't know. You actually don't know what he wants to do this for.
Is the guy actually close enough from the surface that we can basically speak with him by shouting?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Let's see. If we take the picture, let's see. He's here, and I said he hasn't been climbing for very long. A voice carries quite a bit. Let's just say he's right here. That's not very high up, right? I mean, I'm trying to judge based on the trees. Just how big this thing is. Zzz. And then before it gets really difficult. Let's see. If you're this high up and you're down here and you're shouting, hey, why are you climbing the thing? You'll be going, what? Why are you climbing? I mean, you guys would be, if you rushed over there, you would be at the base. Would you be able to communicate? Realistically, probably, right? What is that, a few hundred meters at most? At absolute most? Do you have a megaphone? Does he have a megaphone?
Please.
No, I don't think so. Nobody has megaphone.
Immediately.
But still, I don't have a good frame of reference for this. How hard do you need to shout for someone who's a few hundred meters away?
Depends on wind and...
I guess.
Yeah, the wind would be really important here.
How do we determine this? This is such a realistic question. I immediately just don't know how to answer this. How much the wind is, how much is echo. We'll just leave it up to a luck roll. Less than 50
just roll
means,
a
fuck
D100
it. 79. It's slightly windy. There's some shit in the way. There's an echo from the mountain itself. Makes it very difficult to really hear anything. Car traffic in the distance. Hey, going down. Nope. A lot of noise. Or maybe he's just ignoring you. Who knows? But you can shout all you want. I'm also assuming, okay, you guys would drive over there and try shouting. Otherwise, we can't exactly establish this. You wanted to get close either way, right? It's not like your plan was getting a helicopter and then crashing it into him. I'm assuming. That's not what I wanted to do.
Agent Stone has the scope and the rifle. He's going to get the guy's attention by basically shooting next to him with the rifle.
Right,
not
right,
so near
exactly.
that he will let go and fall, but enough that he will what the fuck, look down and see that Agent Stone is basically pointing background with a rifle in hand. Back on the ground or
Okay, yeah, obviously you have a rifle. Let me also grab this one.
if I remember, I'm not super good at the shooting. Let me.
Are you sure?
Reference.
Shooting is like your one skill, from what I remember.
I'm not sure. I might have been at. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I have some points on it. I remember
Sure.
like putting a lot of points on the melee, so unarmed combat. Shooting, firearms. Okay, I have 60, so it's fine. Yeah. And then even heavy weapons is 50, but I don't think that's a heavy weapon.
Sniper
I'm
rifle,
waiting to
no.
get my own like tank or bazooka.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anything more than a rifle. Would a machine gun be firearms? Yeah, arguably. That's not what we're
I'm
dealing
just
with.
gonna throw the shoot.
And you're aiming.
17 out of 60.
You're aiming not not to hit him, but
No,
next
not
to him
to
to get
shoot
his
him.
attention.
Yes, to get his attention. Yeah.
Okay. He's definitely gonna hear the gunshot because gunshots are loud. And then next to him, like, what was that noise? And then he just a bit of rock next to him just suddenly goes. And then the question is, how does he respond to that? Because he is gonna see that. He is dead. You know he sees that. You see that through your scope. The bigger question is like, then what, right? Let's see. Of course, there's all sorts of information. Let's see. Oh, there's some information. It takes 4 to 6 hours for 2 climbers to reach the top of the Devil's Tower. What? Why 2? Each climb requires an athletics check, failure, fatigue. Yeah, okay, but how does he respond? Let's
Usually,
see.
I think, yeah, they probably think you are climbing safely, so you're using a rope and you have a lead on.
Right. Remember last time when I said he was prepared and all sorts of stuff? Well, clearly the version in my mind is way saner than this guy, because this guy has no rope, helmet, or even any sort of other gear on him. I'm gonna overrule that and say he at least has like a climbing hook and some pittance that he uses to.
I think he bought some climbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Supplies.
He bought some stuff, and it's like, oh, here it says they see someone climbing with nothing. Like, what the fuck? Now, granted, this guy is also apparently quite a good climber and very energetic, as if he is really driven to get up there. I'm not going to say he's a complete retard and just has nothing. He just pure zombie modes himself up there. Like, no, that's stupid. He's becoming something more intelligent than human, not a fucking Resident Evil zombie. Believe it or not. Like, you've briefly talked to him. You know that's not the case. We've infected this zombie with the virus. Oh no, a brilliant zombie. Actually, his IQ is now like 50. I'm not getting up there. I'm gonna climb. As a side note, you've been here for a little bit, and you would note that this particular place has been the focus of quite a few supernatural stories and American myths, and central in UFO conspiracy theories. And then some of them literally just refer to, yeah, there was an alien ship here, and then they describe it, and then they just describe Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the movie. So, yeah. He's hardly the first person to be like, there's aliens up here. I'm gonna see the star people. I mean, you don't know what he's saying right now, but you imagine that's what he's saying. Anyway, a bullet next to him. How would he respond to something like that? Largely, he is fanatical right now, and
make him fall.
He'll see you, and he'll just even turn around back and just sort of make a gesture of the fuck, and get back to climbing.
Okay, the next shot, is there like basically a stone or something like that would cause an avalanche and force him to come down?
Ooh. Like, is there something that convenient available? It's very convenient. Yes. You would be able to just shoot the rock around him a whole bunch and just have him collapse and slide. I mean, if he doesn't have his athletics right when something like that happen, like, if he doesn't want to give up, he might try to push through it and then fall down together with it, and who knows what happens then. But then at least he'll be able to recover his body, I guess. Depending on
Yeah, I'm shooting again.
how he's doing. Okay, so you shoot several bits of loose rock around him, trying to get a big chunk to fall down on top of him. It takes a few shots, but you're pretty sure it dislodges a big rock, which then falls down in his direction. Let me check his stats real quick, because I need to know if he's like, oh, he's superhuman. He just punches the rock out of the way and then jumps up to the thing. Let's see. Yep, these two. Skill. Oh, he does not have a very high... Lots of strength and constitution, but it doesn't say anything about that. Ooh. Okay, how do you... This is so dumb. It simultaneously says he is hyper-intelligent, but also, like, he's doing something retarded right now. How do you combine those two things? How would a hyper-intelligent person respond to this in a way that it's also immediately obvious to you? Like, the fuck? So... Alright, let me make a roll for this. Oh, whoops, not what I exactly intended to do, but you get the idea. Okay. So he is going to take out the little hook he has on, his climbing hook. He is going to wedge that in a side of rock to quickly pull that loose. You see, it's the entire mountainside is sort of made out of these long strips of rock. One of those will fall down on another rock, forming a lever with him on one side of it. Let me just draw this real quick. This is dumb, but it lands on a rock, one big rock like this. He's standing here. Then what you just dislodged falls down on this side and launches him up way higher than he was before. Just in one smooth movement. As if physics are a joke to this man.
He's a joker.
No, he just knows how to apply them properly.
He just applies force. He is Archimedes.
Are you trying to kill him? What are you shooting?
I'm going to get him down one way or another.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he continuing the climb?
He is continuing to climb. Like, how does that... Yes, you're hyper intelligent,
Okay.
but you're also just being shot at with a sniper rifle in the open.
Am I able to do a non-lethal shot? Something that prevents him from climbing.
As long as you aim in his direction and don't critically fail, I'll assume that the shot is wherever you want it to land.
Okay, let's take out one of the hands.
Yeah, okay. Roll firearms. Also, one other thing I need to check.
Or did he actually do that maneuver very difficultly? If I try to again shoot the stones, I would still like to make this to look like accident.
That is up to you. Like, pick a scenario and roll, and we'll see what happens.
Maybe keep a bit of watch that nobody is going to come and wonder what the fuck is happening.
I mean, okay, let's say this guy dies in an accident, and people see that from a distance. Then they go investigate. Oh, yeah, this guy. Oh, I guess the cops take care of him. And then it's a weird infected alien man. Like, you're going to need to take care of his corpse one way or another. Making it look like an accident
that
here
is true. Yeah, okay, I'm going to just shoot him on the head.
It's fair enough.
Yeah. Good. Thanks for the reality check.
That's why I'm here.
7 out of 60.
Okay. Now, What? 7 out of 60. Yeah, you just aim right at his head. Like, there's the crack, and you see this guy turn around like as he hears the thing, just in shock, and he just looks right at you as you're shooting at him, almost as if he was like, "Well, that should be about when it's now," and you see him stiffen up. Just before you aim in his direction, like he turns, like you're looking through the scope, and you're like, I'm going to pull the trigger, and just before you do, like he turns around to look straight at you, and then all of a sudden, for like a second, like as you pull the trigger, he's gone. You don't see him anymore. You pull the trigger, shot fires, the bullet lands where his head was.
Did you just see that? I asked Anders. He
Nope.
disappeared.
I mean, did I see that? I'm assuming he's looking through a scope. I'm just there.
And then, like, a second later, like right after you just sort of blink for that, like, he is on the side of the mountain again, but now he's visibly exhausted, just sort of hanging there, just catching his breath for a second before he is now panicking and climbing up
I have a lot
faster.
of bullets.
Yeah, sadly for him. I'm looking at his stat sheet and it's like, well, what is it?
Critical 44 out of 60.
Okay, I'm going to once again have to roll like, is he gonna be able to pull this shit a second time if this is sub 50? But it's also a critical, so. Oh, it's not sub 50. Verify where you were aiming, please. Just in the head, well, I guess we're fucking killing him. Whee!
Yeah, I think that he is too dangerous for us. And then I would like to roll sanity.
Right. I'm done.
Yeah, you kind of just saw a person teleport.
Yep.
Or turn
I think that
invisible.
is a very valid reason to roll some sanity.
Mm-hmm. So yes, that time, despite his stress, he doesn't seem to get quite that lucky. And the sniper rifle bullet will just sort of go bonk, and deal a crazy amount of damage as he tries to hold on, but he is now bleeding heavily from the head and losing his balance and slipping down. And
Yeah,
just barely
Stone is a soldier. He's gonna just shoot again.
Yeah. Like, again, he's in the open. You were waiting for him, and then you just go, shame that. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. So he's going to take several bullets. Like, he will do the flickering trick once more, and it's like, ha-ha, oh, and then slide all the way down, at some point let go, and then he falls down to the base of the mountain where you are. Now, should be noted that as he falls midway, he just sort of bursts at some point. Like, he's holding himself together, and then at some point you just see him as like a big explosion of blood and what looks like spores flying all over the place.
Okay, I think that is the moment when we are calling the specialists.
And he his corpse projectile vomits as it ragdolls down the hill. Were either of you in a hazmat suit?
This is a cleaning operation. I think we might need some hazmat suit.
Boy, oh boy. Did we pack the flamethrower with us?
I'm gonna say yes, since you had prep time, and Matteo is an expert at cleaning. So, since you were shooting him with a sniper rifle, I'm gonna say that you probably weren't in the immediate vicinity to get infected in any way, but you still don't probably want to be near his corpse without a hazmat suit after seeing that.
Okay.
Agent Stone is also like basically making a phone call for the team brain and explaining what happens and telling that we are starting the cleaning operations. We are careful.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that Mateo and you just have hazmat suits, at least for one person, in your vehicle. So you would go over there, grab them, he would put them on, and then do whatever he wants. If you want to just incinerate the corpse, that's a possibility. But
Yes.
I have a flamethrower. I think that will come to handy. And I will give our cleaning expert one flamethrower.
you find one flamethrower.
Okay. Work.
I make sure that you can work in peace. I'm getting like a pair of like how do you say it? Binoculars?
Binoculars, yes.
Yeah, binoculars, yeah. And like I'm gonna climb in some location where I have like a good sight around us and make sure that nobody's going to just walsh in like some like innocent bystander, hiker, like a fellow climber, and like a catch unders on the job.
I mean, this place isn't
Okay,
even
on the
supposed
top.
to be climbed like this, so it's not like there's a big row of people, and it's also late at night, and it's also a place that you have already extensively prepared over the last few days. We know he's going here. We have all sorts of traps and areas scouted, so you have no problem whatsoever making sure that no civilians are near this place.
If everything would always be this easy, I miss the army.
Simply knowing where you could go and like, well, he's going to be here. We're going to set up this in case he's here. And there he is. Hey, calm down. No. Bang. And that's that.
I'm gonna roll the sanity
Yes.
because I think it's appropriate. And I'm going to
yes.
fail 59 out of 56.
It doesn't specify the exact... Oh, no, here. If any... yeah, okay. It's 0 to 1d4 if any unnatural quality, and the blinking sort of qualifies as that. I'm going to say for you and
So I roll
Mateo, since we're
1d4.
both kind of looking at that. However, you were looking at it closely through a scope, whereas Mateo is sort of hearing the description and seeing a man get killed. So only 1 point on loss for Mateo and 1d4 for you. Because you saw up close just what you were dealing with.
It's gonna be 2. Yep.
Okay, yep.
I am going to just let me see. I'm just gonna. I'm going to like reflect it for one of my bonds.
Yep, that's fine.
Did I have to roll how many I can like reflect on
Yeah,
them?
kind of. It's
so,
another
yeah.
1d4
Yep.
for your reflecting, and it's only 1, and then maximum up to 4.
Okay, let's see.
You
2,
can make it-
so it
Yeah,
forms.
okay. So
Yeah.
2 willpower, 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna reflect
So-
on my ex boss, Colonel Sarah Vale, for not teaching us for situations like that.
He didn't tell us about
Super illogical, but like that's how Agent Stone thinks in that moment. God damn, Sarah, you could have teach us how to fight against the monsters.
Why wasn't this part of the manual? I mean, shooting it with the gun worked fine, so technically they did teach you.
Yep.
That's why it's illogical.
Yeah, I mean, you were probably afraid that after talking to Gorm, that this guy was also going to simply be immortal and shrug off the bullets. But then, no matter how immortal you are, you get enough bullets in you tearing apart your limbs while you're climbing, you're gonna fall down. This was just kind of lost from the start. No matter how hyper intelligent this person might have become. Whatever
Yeah.
that weird lever trick was, like you can't outsmart a bullet, as Heavy would say.
The second thing that is possible that he was about to meet somebody up there, and I guess that whoever he's going to meet might be able to fly. So I'm also like glancing with my scope up there once in a while. that there's no flying saucer landing, like and a little green man coming out of it asking, "What are you doing, Matteo?"
Are you here to negotiate the peace treaty so that we do not nuke your planet?
See? Where do I sign?
Well, the problem sort of becomes like, yeah, what if you do see stuff going up there right now? You don't know. Also, minor question:
I'll
you're
be,
just
cleaning.
right? Are you just incinerating his corpse?
Well, I guess it would depend on what the scene actually looks like, and
It looks like a
what the
dead guy
surroundings
who
look like.
looks a bit grosser than the average person, with a whole bunch of glowing in the dark bits in him.
Yeah, then sure, yes.
Okay, give me an alertness
Also,
check.
weren't we
real
asked
quick.
to put them in body bags and throw them into the green box for the tilt screen?
That too, but I don't think that's going to stop Mateo in this particular case. Like, you still want to, gotta make sure he's not infected. You know, double check, double tapping, and then you can put whatever remains in the body bag. But still, roll me
What
alertness.
body bag?
You have a supply of body bags. I'm not even gonna.
No,
don't
but
just
like, who mentioned the
dissolve it.
body bag where? What did I miss?
Oh, last time, in case you forgot, you were asked to take any infected corpses, put them in body bags once they were secured, and then put them in the green box so that Delta Green can process them to wherever they need to go to be dealt with or
I see,
studied or whatever.
Well, I mean,
They can study a burnt corpse. That's not a problem. They didn't say deliver them in perfect
may I roll
condition.
history if I remember this?
Oh, sure.
Because yeah. See? Nope.
Whoosh. But also, I said roll me alertness for minor typing.
Alertness. 18 out of 80.
Yeah, as you start flamethrowing ring him, you will notice that he had a satchel with a bunch of stuff on him that you may or may not choose to incinerate. Sticking out of it, you can see a tape recorder.
Oh, definitely grabbing that tape back, yeah.
Yeah, checking it real quick. It is a tape recorder with the Starman tape. Like, it seems to be the very same one that you originally recovered from that bunker.
Hey, cleaning with the background music is a lot better, right?
Yeah. So he puts on his Walkman and then, cleans to David Bowie as a star. Man. There might be a Starman up there, but we're cleaning down here.
Yep. I'm gonna try and decontaminate this area. I glance up and I'm like, well, fuck. I'm pretty sure you said he was projectile vomiting on his way down.
Oh, you think that's been slowly falling down this entire time and it's not going to land on
I
you?
hope not. I hope not.
Generally, vomit doesn't go very slowly.
No,
Also-
it's not that, but just the mountain front or whatever.
I mean, a person's not filled with that much vomit.
Not usually.
Also, your expertise is cleaning. I have full confidence you can just sort of find, like, okay, there's some over here, there's some over here. You don't have to burn down the entire forest. It just takes you a little bit.
Gotcha.
I have fullest confidence in Mateo's ability to decontaminate a crime scene.
Work. Mexican work.
Ah, damn it, now I instantly have that song in my head. All day long, work, Mexican work. All right, let's focus. But yeah, after that, things don't end with a bang, just sort of a sizzle. You don't see some sort of alien spaceship at the top. You don't see some weird spatial phenomenon going Like, oh, the northern lights are shining on this place. You don't see a creature on top going, and then shoots his ray gun at you. Like nothing like that happens. You're tensely looking through the scope of your sniper rifle to the top of the plateau, and it seems to be not very interesting. It's just a nighttime after that.
I think we shouldn't go up there and meet whatever he had date with. At least not without the SWAT team. But I think it might be worth telling forward for Handler. Maybe he can send a SWAT team.
You're going to go back to your handler, and then whenever they get around to it, they send a SWAT team up to this place, and then they're going to do what exactly? Days later? Like, if there's an alien up there waiting for him, it's going to be there, like, right now, apparently. Like, it's not
No, there might be a SWAT team nearby.
I mean,
I don't know what kind of
climb.
resource do they have.
I mean, you're kind of the
it's
SWAT
either we
team.
make the climb or
Yeah,
what
or you
else?
just leave. It's like, well, if there's an alien up there, we don't want to fucking deal with him. Or maybe you do. I don't know.
I think I'm cool.
Also, they're not going to send the SWAT team. You are the SWAT team.
We are the SWAT team, exactly.
SWAT team is usually more than 2 people.
Yeah, well, we are Delta Green team, so...
Delta Green is a little bit more limited. It's like, send in the SWAT team that is allowed to know about weird alien presence. Oh, okay, sending Agent Stone. Like, that's it. That's...
You're the
Someone
SWAT
else
team, you're
already
the
accounted.
SWAtter team.
Yeah.
You're there to SWAT the aliens, so you're the SWATters.
We need some...
I'm gonna just give a call for Dr. Gorm.
I mean, it's either we climb or we get a chopper.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, boss, we have a situation here under control, but whoever our doctor was supposed to meet up there on the Devil Mountain, he might be there waiting. I'm not excited of going there with Matteo to like maybe meet an aliens. Any idea? Is that something we actually need to do?
I don't think so. We were just supposed to, unless there might be a congregation of these infected people over there. So there might be a reason to go and check out the top. I don't think it will be aliens, because it just might be somebody going high up and spreading spores, as good old Guybrush earlier surmised.
Okay, we are going to get a helicopter and do a flyby. We will do that
Yes.
and reporting after we are done. Bye.
But if you find aliens, I don't think we should contact. We don't need an incursion.
All right.
That is clear.
Who's going to do what?
Stone out. Click. And Stone is going to call the helicopter. The same guy, he was... he got like a couple of like different like helicopter like companies around this area from the police station. So he's gonna just give a call one by one till he has one that can actually like get us up there inside the next 2 hours.
You talked to them before, and you know which ones are ready. You made preparations, so there's no problem just contacting one of them, going over to their helicopter and being like, yep, okay, hello, we're special agents so-and-so, let us in, we need to go up on this place right now. And then they go, what, is there someone up there you gotta kill? Now... an interesting question then becomes... Let's see. Tap. What is the exact state if this guy is dead? Now, you're taking the helicopter, you're being brought up there. Would you have explicitly asked that he can land you up there?
Actually, no need. Like, maybe like we will just do like a flyby around the area. I have the scope, so I can actually, and the binoculars to like see quite well that is there anybody there. But like basically, I'm sure at that point that if I will ask him, show my FBI badge that we need to land, I'm sure we can like persuade him. I'm not going to mention anything about it like when we get on there.
All right. Now, in the helicopter, here. Let me also just let's see. Grab where is it? Here. So later, helicopter. This place up here. It's way too big, but you know, whatever. There, helicopter. You guys are flying around in a little helicopter, scouting the area. The top of the plateau looks like there's nothing on there. It's now fairly late at night, so...
Agent Stone is like asking the helicopter driver that like, have you flown anybody here recently, or do you know that somebody has?
No one.
Yeah.
And generally, helicopters don't like being brought up here since it's an insurance nightmare. It's just you have to sort of jump out weirdly. And, yeah, the national park is in the surrounding area, not so much climbing this thing. You gotta get special permissions for it.
So basically, people who might be up there have climbed there.
Yeah, and even then... Generally, unless you go through a whole bunch of permits, like they just stop you. It's actually quite dangerous.
What is the
like
reason? What is the reason for this being such a like a forbidden? Is it safety hazards, or is this protected terrain by some nature reservation laws?
No, it's just sort of a danger issue. Like. In order to make something like a place that people can climb no problem, it has to have a sort of minimum safety hazard standard. And this place is very crumbly, and there's nothing really interesting on top.
At the same time, people are dying in rows in those high mountains in Nepal, and that's totally fine.
Well, I mean, I guess it's different if it's like the highest mountain in the world, right? And even then, yeah, that's stupid. Like, there's like an entire queue for Mount Everest, and people just go up there and go past the corpses of previous people that try to get up there, and constantly Sherpas have to bring them out. Did you know that apparently there's also sorts of Sherpa fraud happening where they're feeding them like contaminated food so that they get ill when they're only a tiny bit up, and then they have to get a helicopter evac, and then they have a deal with their friends being helicopter pilots so that they get double charged on the escape flights that way, and they can scam the insurance companies?
My friend, you're more informed than I am, but remind me not to go to there.
I mean, I'm probably not going to see you anymore after this, but, I mean, don't go there, I guess.
Yeah, that is something I can easily promise. And the next phone call, Delta Green.
You're being sent to the Himalayas.
The dead people have been starting to raise up from the graves. Oh, we have Sherpas ready for you.
We have a specialized, trustworthy Sherpa team here, ready. They're all wringing their hands.
Yes.
Never trust a Sherpa.
Can I do an alertness check to make sure that we don't miss anything?
Sure. Give me an alertness and a history check.
Can I help?
Yes, both of you roll it, I guess.
Alertness 64 out of 72, and then history. This is not going to work, but let's see. Maybe I get really lucky. 52 out of 10 failure on history.
We both suck at history.
Okay, so no particular history thing. As a note, you did pick up that tape earlier. all you know from listening to it last time was that supposedly people would come up here, play this song, and then they would commune with the Star People certain times of year under certain specific conditions with some sort of ritual. That's all you know.
Okay.
You're looking at it. There's nothing up here as far as you can tell. So.
Yeah. Not saying it aloud, but thinking in his head, Stone is thinking that maybe there be some sort of doorbell. If it won't ring, the aliens don't appear. Maybe best to destroy it as fast as possible.
I mean, that is very much up to you.
Yeah.
Let's say that we will use half an hour, going around that area, making sure that there's nobody hiding there, nothing weird on the sky above it, and then we are just going to basically land back on the ground. And Agent Stone's going to report back to Brain Team that the Eagle has landed.
You don't want to ring the doorbell?
Yeah, play the tape.
No, I don't.
Play the tape.
I mean, you got a rifle, you got a flamethrower.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
They might have some laser swords or something. Star Wars.
What kind of soldier doesn't verify that the danger is truly over?
Yeah, what if your job is to kill the aliens?
Yeah.
I don't remember that order. Soldier always follows orders. He doesn't think.
I refuse to remember that order you got me.
Yep.
And your orders are usually verify whether or not anything unnatural is happening, determine the exact nature of the unnatural threat, and then neutralize it. Along with sometimes specifics like, yo, don't cause a public scene, or kill everyone involved, or, make sure you wash your hands afterwards. But yeah, if Stone is like, well, there's nothing here. Oh, well. Then the only question is, does Mateo?
I mean...
You're there too.
I'm there too.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't wanna risk aliens, then I guess I'm just gonna have to agree with him because he's the guy who would protect me from aliens. If he's not there to protect, then I guess we skip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is no experience in killing aliens in this game.
Yeah, you don't get experience, Port. You just lose sanity.
That
Yep. It's a lose.
They don't even get
That is true. That is very true.
You're playing the meta game. Like, hey, we can verify whether aliens are real or not, and all we have to do is sort of sit down and play a song, maybe.
Yeah, but do you get XP from it? No, so
Like, alien-like things are real?
Maybe. Depends on the type of it. Maybe it's aliens that come up. You have communicated with us. Would you like to trade your primitive Earth gun for our cool sci-fi laser gun that can disintegrate anything in one shot?
That would be pretty cool.
Also, would you like eternal life?
But also, we're not mushroom people,
plan?
so, everything could also go horribly wrong.
All it takes is for me to jam this mushroom into your head. It'll make you immortal.
Wow.
I feel like if Guybrush is here, that's the sort of argument he'd be making.
yeah, probably.
Hello, Earthling. You have been chosen to be the special representative of your people. What would you like us to change about your world, stealthily, without anyone knowing? I would
Imagine if they put the mushroom and you become immortal, then we can do more dangerous missions and help people a lot better without having to worry. Wounds would just heal.
Yeah, granted, you probably could have, paralyzed the guy and talked to him like, what the fuck are you trying to do with these aliens? Who knows? Who knows? He was probably just infected with a weird mushroom thing that was going to make his head explode up here and infect 1 billion people. Or maybe the aliens were going to eat him. Who knows? Or maybe the aliens aren't real at all and he's delusional.
Now we will never know.
You'll never, ever know
never,
the
ever,
cool
never,
thing.
Ever, never know.
You're looking at your own
never.
curiosity and holding it in your hands and going, I guess I'll just do nothing with this.
I can already see a Han like
much
repeatedly deleting like hundreds of pages of adventure that would have happened if we had played the fucking game. Fucking play.
Damn it, guys.
I do agree that this is very much where the Call of Cthulhu and the Delta Green systems just sort of shoot themselves in the foot. Because it's like, yeah, the players are aware of the fact that sanity loss is eternal and present from everything, and rewards are almost non-existent. So I'm even now checking this, like, okay, what if the players go up here and like try to talk? Then what? And the entire game just sort of shrugs and goes, oh, sanity loss.
You get punished.
Yeah, because that makes players afraid of doing things, which you don't want.
Yeah, but it really makes sense. Like, we are just the guys who are going to grab the drug dealers or stop the murder. Maybe not doing the heavy investigation to find the boss of the boss of the boss of the boss who is in Bahama, like doing some crypto scams and ruling like a huge worldwide conspiracy, including Epstein's Island.
Yeah. You thought Epstein's Island was about children. Nuh-uh. Those were actually just food for the aliens.
Not aliens.
That's why they had to concrete that secret temple that he had. Like that's where they had contact with the aliens, and they had to quickly sterilize it. No one can ever know. The aliens happened to look like children. Unfortunately, there were also actual pedophiles there, which greatly caused problems with the intergalactic community. Okay, let's get away from this topic as fast as humanly possible. You guys are left holding the Starman tape and in a helicopter, and there's nothing up here, and you're like, well, I guess we're not doing anything. You leave then, right?
Yes, we do. Very anticlimactic.
So, yes.
If the helicopter doesn't get the absolute like a failure and we are like a crash landing on the top of the stuff.
Okay, well now I have to roll for it. If this is a 1, we get a weird, funny haha scenario. That is way closer than I think any of us would like, but yeah. No! Just, well, we're done here. Thank you for helping us check. And to fly back away. Now, let's see, there's all these scenarios for who knows what. Go task stuff.
And just in case if there's some hook that we missed and you want to bring it back, Agent Stone is going to take his huge fingers and find like one of Agent Boulder's like a contact card, business card, and he's going to hand it out for him and say that everything seems clear, but if anything strange happens in this area, you give us a call.
Sure thing.
Thank you for your cooperation, citizen.
You too. Thank you for your business. Now, after that, it is relatively simple to pack up your stuff and go meet up back with the others. I mean, let's see, you've dealt with Dr. Caslin, then there's also the question of Dr. Kent, which you actually don't think you've had any particular contact with him. I think he just died, actually, in the timeline somewhere. So they're a little vague about where certain people are at any given time. Let's see, let me verify. Trying to verify whether or not this person is dead or not.
would be a funny twist. Everybody we thought is dead would be just like a back in business, like nothing happened. The mushroom magic.
The timeline in this one is actually like really weird. That's why I gotta verify. Yeah, man, that one's fucking weird. Since FYI, they just sort of mention another person that gets infected, and then they don't. Like, he's just fucking gone after that. Just, huh? But all the other infected people did things. Yeah. What about this one? They don't. He just continues his day job in a boring way or something like that. But more importantly, also, they just sort of leave the scene after a while, which you guys will probably find out the next day, which is... Because, okay, you guys do that, you guys have that late at night, then you have the next day, which is the 14th. Since I'm assuming you guys meet up, there's literally nothing of interest. Dr. Gorm is resting, Guybrush is rested, so... Unless you two would immediately say, and now that we've done this, we go somewhere else. It's like the rest, recovery day.
Yes.
Yeah, Agent Stone is just like a very, diligently going through all the equipments and cleaning it, like his guns and like oiling it and going through whatever we have been using and making sure everything is tip-top.
Yeah. But, as that day progresses quickly, you might realize, like, oh yeah, hey, weren't we going to get an interview at that Bentic company? And the 14th, you will get a call from the sheriff that was supposed to set up a meeting. And he will tell you, actually, like, I've been informed that Bentic is canceling all meetings. And they've fully retreated from the state.
Yep.
And they just sort of closed down business. So I don't know what what they can do for you now exactly.
Huh. How well established was the business?
It was a quite well established business with a decent reputation.
So there's they didn't go bankrupt. They just decided to leave, basically, and it's pretty clear.
An incident like this happening, and then the entire company just being yeet out. That either means that someone behind the scenes pulled the plugs, or they're trying to hide everything they're doing, which also would indicate that they're doing a lot more than they're letting on. I mean, it's fair enough to say that there's some sort of cover identity, but the fact that you guys were asking for stuff and now all of a sudden it's just nothing, that's an indicator that perhaps they were involved somehow, which, I mean, considering that one of their scientists was infected, that's very reasonable, and that they were doing some weird dumping in that lake. But then... Yeah. How are they involved in, this weird alien infection? Assuming that is why they're cleaning up. Could also be that, oh shit, FBI is poking around. They're going to figure out that we're actually, creating illegal drugs, and then incidentally, someone got infected. Our crack cocaine business is going to be discovered. Quick, everyone retreat. It's possible. It's just slightly odd.
Possible.
Mm-hmm. Since you have no idea exactly when you would be done with this mission. I mean, you didn't kill a monster that was roaming around. I mean, you did, I guess, with the infected guy.
Yeah. And the baby.
Yeah, we killed the baby. That's good enough for me.
And the other infected and the wife. And dealt with the several corpses.
Yeah.
I didn't mean you with the wife. I mean the actual wife of the guy, the mother of the baby.
Remind me that what happened with the wife? the mother of the monster baby?
She was given treatment.
Yeah, she was given treatment against her will. And once she is thoroughly done with treatment and you're convinced she's no longer fucking crazy, then you can tell her, I guess, who's telling her about the baby?
What baby?
Oh, look at Dr. Gorm.
I don't know anything about the baby.
Right.
Yeah, you
Well,
do. Go on,
Maybe there never was a baby.
Was there a baby?
Oh man, that's something. You gotta gaslight this woman into thinking she never had a baby. No, there's no baby. You had a miscarriage several months ago, Sarah.
A baby? There was
Elizabeth?
no baby.
No.
You've been hallucinating all of this.
Yeah, you were ill and you were, and the death of your husband, you didn't take it well. No, there was no baby. Mm-mm.
It was a severe fungal infection that influenced your mental faculties, and it caused you to hallucinate a child that you actually miscarried. Was messing around with your...
You might want to clean up her house a little bit so that there's less baby stuff in there if that's the case.
Yeah, that would be. Also, would be maybe helpful to get some idea about like what she can tell about her hallucinations. Was there also like some powerful need of like climbing in high places and like a burst into like a gas of like mushrooms to infect people?
And then she'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I was perfectly healthy and you just made me do
You made me
stuff
drink
I didn't
baking soda.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really like Gorm is enough of a coward that he wouldn't even tell himself. He'd just put it on somebody else, like I cured the other doctor that was with Guybrush. I'd make the doctor tell her, like, out of gratitude, I saved your life, dude. Do this for me.
Also, there were cops that saw you come out with a baby from the house. So there were witnesses that you took a baby from that house. So if she starts asking around...
Yeah. You might need a proper sword for this. There was a baby, it
might not
exploded.
There was something that he was tracking out of the house.
Yeah.
Could be a baby.
A doll, yeah.
Or just the baby didn't make it. You were sick. And there was the baby, and unfortunately the baby didn't make it. But it was a highly contagious, or it was a dangerous infection that your husband as well had, that he died of, unfortunately.
It was stillborn.
Well, I mean, that unfortunately, due to circumstances and the nature of the infection, we had to already cremate the child to contain the spread of this rapidly
when you say
advancing disease.
This is exactly what Gorm says for the doctor to say to the wife, because Gorm's not gonna. He's afraid he will crack under pressure and just somehow blurp it out or something.
This is not my job.
Yeah.
Or is it? I don't know. If people start asking questions and the answer, you don't have to perfectly hide all your tracks. Just as long as the average person can't actually figure out like who or what Delta Green is, or that there was a creepy weird thing, or enough to get answers like, oh yeah, my baby, it got taken and then it disappeared. That's not a supernatural threat. That's a, oh my god, someone kidnapped my child at most. Like, there's nothing supernatural about that.
Oh, so that's what happened with the little girl that got just disappeared, and there was so many like campaigns to find her.
Yeah, Madeline or Magdalene or whatever.
Madeline, something like that. Yeah, the British couple. Yeah.
Yeah, alien infection, and she got chopped up into pieces. And then they pretended that she didn't exist. Easy enough.
It seems that way.
Now she lives in a plastic bag somewhere in several parts.
Lives in.
Well, just like the current baby.
Yeah.
The baby boy that Gorm tried to get rid of still lives in a plastic bag in the green box.
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
that's
a world.
I mean, or at least until the Delta Green people decide to reassemble the jigsaw and do something fun with it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Dunk it into a bath of baking soda.
Yeah, something. I don't know. I'm sure they'll experiment with it a little bit. Also, if you don't
Oh my
feed something
goodness.
like that, it can't just live forever, right? Right?
Well,
It's, you know, you dump it into baking soda. The baking soda sure turns a little bit blue-ish, and somebody else later finds out that, oh, they have baking soda here. Well, that's nice, and starts baking. Establishes bakery.
and the baby gets a new host. Dun dun dun.
Baby pancakes.
And suddenly,
That is how COVID started.
well, that is how The Last of Us starts.
Wait, really? From baking soda?
It's
from
a zombie infection
bakes.
on the people, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
and it started from like flour, at least according to the series.
Oh, really?
And the flour was the flour was distributed globally, and that's why everybody has it, because everybody uses flour everywhere.
No, they don't.
Sure, they do.
Yeah,
At
Kelly
least
don't.
according to that series.
Well, I mean, I guess there's always someone somewhere in a country that uses flour, but in most places.
At least to cut cocaine. Nothing else.
Oh, it's only if you cut cocaine then you were infected. No, this is what? That's a stupid explanation.
No, I think that was a joke. The cocaine.
No, not the
part.
cocaine thing. Just the flour distribution thing. Like, how much infected flour could you bring to how many people before? Do you know how long shit sits in a warehouse around the world?
Yeah, if the fungus doesn't care about how long it sits.
Yeah, I should check the first episode again, because that's a good question. How did they explain that? Huh.
Isn't it a Netflix series?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no way they explained it.
explains.
It's a hand. It's a hand wave at best.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way.
There was a lot of problems on that TV show.
Joel, were you always black? Nah, I was always black, man.
Except the times I wasn't, but we don't talk about them.
What about Ellie? I was always a black man. Yeah, don't you know? Ellie was always a black man too.
That hasn't changed. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Every single main character has been replaced with a black man. But yeah, back to game. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to spin a specific tale for the baby, that's fine. But otherwise, you can literally just be like, "This is your problem now, bye," and then you leave, and then the woman is intensely confused and traumatized.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna let the doctor do it. The doctor I saved. Yep.
Yeah, this is your problem now. Goodbye.
Yep.
Now,
This is how I roll.
I guess Guybrush can try, like what I said, because he was sick. Everyone knows he was sick, so he can be like, yeah, I know personally it was a contagious disease that your husband was carrying. That's why he died so swiftly. Like, once you get it, it's dangerous. Fortunately, we could save you in time. But unfortunately, your child being a child couldn't handle it. And due to the infectious nature, we had to already cremate it. And he will explain that, well, I got the infection just doing autopsy from your husband, so we couldn't risk it with the child. So unfortunately, the remains have been burned.
Yeah, you just give her a random pile of ash and go, here you go. Here's
Yeah,
your
well,
baby.
basically, and explain that yes, as this disease progresses to a certain point, you start giving hallucinations, which is why she thinks she had a baby, but unfortunately the baby was already dead. We found it in her house, which explains the cops who will know that something was brought out, and sort of piece them together, but make it so that the baby was already dead and the disease had her hallucinating. She was saved at the last moment before she joined her husband, unfortunately. And this is why there's no body.
But what about... we have no more answers for you. Goodbye, goodbye, leave. Yeah. After that, though, you're sort of out of immediate threads to follow. So...
We ask our handler, is this done?
I mean, your handler goes, I don't know.
Do you want us to go play a videotape on top of that mountain to see what answers?
Like, do you think you dealt with all the unnatural stuff? If there's still threads, I don't know, to take a week or so and ask around to see if you've checked everything.
Yep.
So we do. Yes.
I'm still recovering, but...
After a few days,
I'm not sure how
you would be
fast that
recovered.
damage...
Yeah. After a few days. And I'm going to assume that a lot of those days would just be paperwork. So then we'd say, like, okay, and then we skip a few. So let's just say a few days pass. A few days.
I'll be tapping our report, our midway report
Desk
while you
work.
guys ask around.
Yeah, exactly. Few days of desk. Now, to make sure that whatever the fuck Benthic was doing and just sort of be on the up and up, you decide you should probably pay them a visit. Just to at least see, like, hey, are they secretly just still in business? Were they actually doing, like, alien research stuff that we should know about, or... And alternatively, like, what the fuck was that coral stuff that was growing on the lake in the pit?
Yeah, because something's still happening there as well.
Check pit lake. So, with those two in mind, question then becomes... Which would you like to tackle first? I mean, which can you tackle first? Really, Benthic's the only one you can realistically tackle first, since you're not lake scientists.
Yeah, I mean, at most with the lake, we could probably ask if Delta Green can get us a sort of submersible that we can send, like a remote controlled submersible. I don't know if they had them at 2017 that we could send in there to get samples with. From the bottom, because that's where the interesting stuff is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't dive in, but something's going on in there, so... That would probably be great. But yeah, Benthic is probably the quote-unquote easier avenue at this point.
Now let's see. Now, first off, whenever you try to contact anyone from Benthic at this point, you will simply not get any response anymore. They seem to have packed up and left with their entire families, and there are no forwarding addresses. You might be able to get some background details with the other local workers that lived in Helena and occasionally worked with them. Talking to them, I'm assuming you would have done some during those few days. They would have overheard the researchers talking about a handful of things before things very suddenly shut down. they may need to interview a few guards or staff members or something like that before you can piece together that apparently all of a sudden they were given some sort of emergency pull-out order. Before that, they were working on researching some artifact, which they supposedly hid somewhere. But this is all just guard stuff, and based on their speculation from, years of overhearing stuff, when you talk to guards and whatnot, like they were often told nothing more than, yeah, just make sure no one goes in or out of the building. And when they overheard staff once or twice on something they shouldn't have. Now, most importantly, the facility itself, something you can go to. Would you be interested in that?
Yes.
Then... Let me start by giving an idea of how big it is. You find bits of paperwork, floor plan maps on the surrounding area. Does this not want to fucking do this? Ugh, I hate it when you have to piece together two parts of a map. I thought these would just show properly, but apparently not.
No.
Alright, it's alright, it's alright. Just do it like this. Just do it like this. There we go. And here we go. Good. Save. Map. And thick. Show and roll 20. Now, if you had come here way before, or maybe approached it hostilely, then this would be sort of a dungeon map. But in this particular case, you're just sort of wandering through this facility and discovering just how massive and diverse it is. Zzzt. Wang. 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 Let me see if I can get you the proper description. Huge. It's quite large. Any computers or hard drives or file systems has looked like they have just been picked up and cleaned out. Like there has been a full-scale pull-out operation, not just of the personnel, but of any information that could be pieced together by either rival corporations or, FBI or other sorts of organizations coming to look at what they're doing. And they must have had something, a procedure like this just prepared to pull the plug if needed. The question is if there's anything that they would have sloppily left behind because they simply can't clean it up. Most you have right now is just the map of the fire escape, which is what you would also sort of see here. Of different areas and the flow through the map and whatnot, and what you can piece together walking through the place. Getting inside is a brief matter of getting the locks open once you arrive there past the previous security booths. See.
I know a couple of cases where basically tenant has left and they kind of forgot that they have a safe that wasn't being used for a while and the next tenant actually found it. So that can happen.
So a good search in the place might be in order.
Yes.
Is Guybrush still in sickbed, or am I with them?
I'm going to say that this part you would have been recovered, and it's just all four of you again as a team, as one team, moving out together.
Right. Oh, as
Search it is then, like Agent Stone is like keeping an eye out for any safe that is left behind,
Yes.
or something that could be like being neglected behind a furniture. So somewhere, if they left really fast, somebody, maybe only a small number of people knew something exists.
Yes.
And they weren't there to like do the cleaning.
Yeah, I can assist you.
And it's a fumble, 7-7 out of 43.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Now, first off, I'm assuming all four of you would go here and try to extensively, after breaking in, like, okay, no, this needs to be checked. This is way too fishy. There might be some unnatural shit they're hiding in here, or at the very least, we need to verify whether or not it's all destroyed. Once you're in here, you would be doing a thorough search of the place, and if you infer anything correctly, that will immediately point you in a direction. So let's start with everyone giving a search check. And if you're like, hey, what about this specific thing, then say so.
Can I take a forensics to see if I can... I mean,
sure.
I guess search works as well.
Search and then one forensics. Whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll go forensics. Well, nope.
Apparently
not.
I'm away from keyboard, so could you roll for me?
So that's a fumble, a success, a fumble.
Yeah.
And probably
the same roll.
And I need to roll for Dr. Gorm real quick.
It's like there's a voice in the back of my head saying, do not absolutely look at that point. There's nothing there. Instead, spend all your time looking at these particular scratches on the floor. They're probably something important.
Search. Okay, man. Dr. Orm has big search success. Okay.
Orm's big.
Two successes, but also two fumbles.
Yes.
All right. First up, many empty labs, a main lab, some sort of samples were being kept, and some sort of incubator system was set up, has been stripped of every bit of machinery or contacts that might be useful here. It looks like there have been little piles where documents were previously stored, and then little piles where they were burnt. None of it seems recoverable. A few hard drives are found that look like they were wiped properly. Checking them later will just reveal a bunch of ones and zeros. Nothing is recoverable on them. But there's also reference to a whole bunch of documents that were gathered up and then moved out and transported away. A truck full of documents would have been needed for that. Perhaps that can be tracked, but it would be difficult and not something that you currently just have the clues just lying around for to figure out where the hell that went. Let's see. Now, due to the two of you just having the worst day of your life when it comes to searching stuff, and probably being exhausted, let's be real, from the previous few days, you do little more than sauntering hopelessly through the place going, they would have just cleaned this place out. There definitely isn't anything. I mean, look at this place. Like, if we were here days ago or, busted the door in then, maybe we could have had something. Just hopeless, kind of.
Under the weather still, probably as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it can be recovered, but...
There are, however, the last few things that Dr. Gorm will find, which is just labels on old, glass tubes in the samples. where just going by the labels that they have, which say, like, pit number, then some, pit number, this some, as well as some other large relic that they're referring to. It was very, uninformative. Simply something like, rel 1, rel 2, rel 3, pit 1, pit 2, pit 3, date, where you just go, well, it's a tiny white label on an otherwise meaningless sample tube. But it does point like, okay, yeah, something's in the lake and some relic that they're working with. But despite your best efforts, you can't find any particular really what they're talking about with the what's a nice way of putting it? Whatever experiments they were doing. I am, however, trying to confirm real quick. Like, what do I present with 2 fumbles even? Radiation rooms, art conditioning, break room. Let's see, you would also be talking to a bunch of personnel. Right? Like I said, there were a bunch of local personnel also involved. Do you conduct interviews with them? I think I said you ask around for the few days with the guards and whatnot. But I don't know how deep you scratch at, each particular part. And depending on where you scratch, you might find something else. Do you...
Agent Stone is going to try to get some information from one of the guards. There is a slight misunderstanding. A few puns are flying, the tempers are up, there's a yelling, and Agent Stone is basically thrown out of the place to cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
That might be my fumble.
Yeah, that certainly sounds like it. Let's see, because that sort of ruins the relationship with the with the local employees who think, well, you're just harassing them with that, which leaves any clues you might find in the various labs. Who didn't fumble? Could those people give me...
Persuasion.
Well, I mean, you're not going to deal with the people then. I'm going to say something that would help you find something in this lab, but you've already done a search check, so just give me an alert check, both Matteo and, Dr. Gorm, I guess I'm rolling for you. Let's see. That's one fail for me. Okay, so, Matteo, being an expert in cleaning stuff up, once again, coming to save things, you also know, like, okay, well, what if everyone picks stuff up here and tries to get rid of it, and they're probably not that good at it, they're doing it in a rush. So you check underneath certain cabinets where the occasional file might have drifted away under something, and exactly underneath some old desk or cupboard that they might have cleaned out. So like, nope, and they didn't check if some sheet just fell under here and slid under it, some post-it note. Where there will be reference to their most important fungal sample, which has grown to a size far beyond their ability to transport it, and that they will simply be leaving it in the depths of the pit, and that once things are blown over, they should be able to return for it and figure out something to transport it, or perhaps continue investigation of this artifact under different conditions. And then they specify, like, okay, the pit already has more than enough chemicals, we shouldn't need to feed it. The last few portions seem to have stabilized it quite nicely. And as long as we maintain proper containment procedures, there shouldn't be any more incidents. They are talking about something deep in the pit. Something that sounds definitely alien, and perhaps it is the thing that initially infected both of them. But how to deal with that? What it is exactly? It's basically just pointing a big arrow at the pit, going, "Hey, you know that place? Yeah, way worse." Oh.
Aww.
So, where do I have my notes?
So we pour a shit ton of baking soda into it.
Scrolling up. Nuke the pond. I know it's somewhere here. Nuke the lake. Also nuke lab.
I mean, do you think you have a nuke just ready to go?
Well, no, but
We need like 50
we can do
truckfuls of baking
we
soda.
can do baking soda also. It's a good plan B.
Yeah, and then explain to people why the pit's foaming.
I mean, it's already forming.
It's fair.
That is fair. That is fair.
Let's make the world's biggest.
Big
dope.
Soda volcano. I'm actually thinking if you were to actually just take a truck full of baking soda and dunk it into the lake, it would just be a volcano of just geyser of acid bubbles spraying all over the region.
Yeah. That's not gonna spread anything.
Nah. Yeah, it'll be neutralized, right?
Yeah.
Also, you might want to verify exactly what it is you're dealing with before you do something like that. But
Yeah. Hence the maybe we should ask for something remote control that we can send underwater to
oh yeah,
Like Stone? Just give him a scuba gear?
True, we could do
Like
that.
a drone.
I mean, you're kind of a drone, aren't you? But yeah, an underwater, a submersible drone, or one of those remote-controlled submersibles.
I can swim.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
The
Swim
toxic
50.
lake.
give
Doesn't
him a
need to swim,
hazmat
he can just
suit.
sink. Yeah, exactly. We'll get one of those like pressurized suits.
Or one of the diving bells where you just stand and it creates a pocket of air
Yeah.
inside of it.
Holy crap. No. We are playing a horror game, but we're not going that far. Holy crap. That is inducing. I
That
saw
thing
one of
that went
those.
down, that thing that went down to the Titanic with a game controller.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's another type of hell. But holy crap, I saw an actual historical diving bell in a museum at some point, and it is small. It was so small. It's like the size of a church bell. How do you even gather up the courage to just go somewhere that kills you if you don't if it just capsizes or anything?
If it tips,
Holy-
yeah. Air one's out.
Like the not no better. And people were smaller during that time.
Goodness.
Also, they were like sitting inside of it.
Yeah. But still.
Still, it's like one. It's not even 1 cubic meter that you have of space.
Well, I mean,
it's just
if you're
so
just
small.
sitting and looking, like really, how much
Of
space do you need?
different
Do you want to
size.
walk around inside it?
Sure,
Preferably yes, but I mean, yeah, there's different size bells.
sure.
But what I was talking about was one of those. Apparently, it's called in a atmospheric diving suit.
Yep, I visioned it.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia
Oh,
page
one
for
of those.
diving bell.
Yeah.
Some of these are funky looking. Like, okay, like what? Like you're just being dragged around the bottom like a lure or something. And then the person
Well, the
inside
thing-
just looks around because they don't have a camera. Oh, this one's called Cuxhaven. Here we go. One of these. Like, yeah, you just sort of stand. Oh my god, there's a guy in there, I just noticed. Oh, wait, that's probably like a dummy for
Yeah.
museum purposes. Still, helps you get an idea of what you're dealing with. You're sitting there and you look around and like, oh, look at the ocean. I sure do
Yeah,
love being alive.
Oh yeah, if technology permits, I would still probably prefer to send something that doesn't contain a person into that lake. In case it is mobile and capable of responding, whatever's down there. So, if it is a creature of some sort, then we might just lose a person. It's supercharged with all the chemicals. It's in a well-fed habitat, and might just find a host. And well, Agent Stone might be our new glowy baby. Just a lot bigger and a lot more dangerous.
Right. But yes, identifying exactly what it is they're talking about in the lake requires first a general search of the area and maybe an extensive swimming check if you're going there in some sort of diving or hazmat suit to look around. And then if you want to go deeper, well, then you'd probably need some specialized gear. Remember, it's a contaminated lake. It's not like it's a fucking sludge pit. At least not at these levels.
Yeah.
So yes, some sort of drone. Let's address these issues one at a time. As always, it's like, oh no, there's potential danger. Drone. Send in the drone. Okay, so diving drone. Does something like that exist? That's the big question. Diving drone.
Question is, did they exist in 2017? I know some of them exist today. Something. But
With 100% like a chance, yes, it does. But is it only military? Is it something we need to use bureaucracy to get it?
Yeah.
Because there actually is like gaming rules of how we can get some really special gear.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like, it's one thing to just get a little boat with a camera on it. It's another thing to have a thing that can go deep and be carefully controlled and extensively scout an entire area over the course of a day. So yeah, you would probably need a specialized little thing. Not to mention that whatever's in the lake would probably corrode a regular drone pretty quickly, since, toxic sludge.
So, Stone, how's your bureaucracy?
So
Since you're
one
probably
person-
the military guy.
Yeah, one person with bureaucracy, and then someone can help for technical advice.
Let me see. It is 44, so not
My
great.
bureaucracy 60.
Okay, how about I help?
16.
He knows how to do stuff, and I know the special military kinks related to it.
I know the paperwork and you know the vocabulary.
Exactly, yeah.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. So Guybrush with a +20.
Yep.
He's assisting bureaucracy. Ooh.
Okay.
29
Good.
out of effective 80.
All right. So, with that, you'll pull some strings, and a few days later, you will have access to a neat little underwater drone that gives camera footage back. It's not capable of going, super deep in the ocean, but it's a lake. You're just scouring a lake bed,
Yeah.
So let's see if I can verify real quick just how deep this thing is. It doesn't go to crushing depths or anything. It's just you're going deep down, and it's a pretty big lake that you can't just be like, oh yeah, we'll just scout this for an hour by going from one side to the other. Oh, there it is, it's done. The size will quickly demonstrate, and particularly also visibility, muddiness. As you're just going down there over and over and over, I'm also going to assume you're taking shifts, because this will just take an extensive amount of time. So
Yep.
I'm going to need one person, whoever's first, to give me a search check, just to sort of verify. As you're using
Yeah,
the
I think
drone,
it
you're using
makes
the
sense.
drone, but it's also just, are you paying attention? Are you looking at the footage carefully? Do you see something noteworthy, and then go check it out more?
It makes
36
sense that
out of
it's an
42.
stone.
30, yep, all good. Good, that means we'll eventually spot a thing. Now let me see how exactly we describe that. A stony accretion near what looks like a large sample of goop extrudes and unexpectedly latches onto the drone. It goes into full reverse and manages to sort of yoink itself away, leaving only a minor bit of the drone sort of pulled loose. Realizing that some odd thing is down there, Agent Stone, give me a sanity check, as on the footage you saw like some sort of creature down there.
Right. Here we go.
This is
Yay! 27 out of 56.
Yay! It's like in the depths of the sludge pile, where nothing really is supposed to live, and it looks like it's some sort of goop creature, because this is the depths of just a big toxic sludge pit. It didn't look like some sort of squid. It didn't look like, Cthulhu or anything like that. But it is just a whole bunch of rancid muck held together by spit and willpower that is still apparently capable of latching out on this thing and ripping it apart. Going with what you've seen in the past couple days, your instinct would call it some sort of fungal mass, some sort of fungal creature. And you know that it feeds on this matter, because if it infects someone, it also wants similar conditions to the stuff in this lake. So this is definitely some unnatural thing that's down there.
Okay, I know where to set up bombs or whatever fungal medicine you want to send on the bottom. I have the coordinates. I know where it's hiding.
Now this thing's pretty big. To set up some sort of depth charge properly here will require successful demolitions as well as the right kind of explosives. How would you like to go about that?
The question is that, basically, do we want to try to actually use some fungal medicine? Because if this happens to be as durable as, we don't know the specifics, but I guess we all know that the fungal people. Do we actually know anything about that? They are actually regenerating, or very difficult to kill because our dear Dr. Gorm gave the details to himself.
About most people that you've killed, the fungus-infected people, no, they are not. They might be sometimes tricky to kill, or they might have some odd properties, but so far, once you have sufficiently shot them, they stayed dead. I mean, the examples you have.
Okay.
Or the ones that have died from the disease or the poisoning, those have just stayed dead.
Okay, then it's easy. Agent Stone is just basically even though he's a simple guy, the stuff he knows, he's very scientific about it. So he goes on calculating that how much demolitions do they actually need, and what kind of, and how to protect it from the elements to get it down there. So he actually starts writing with his big hands, really bad like handwriting, calculating that what kind of stuff we need to explode that motherfucker to hell.
That is assuming.
And I'm gonna roll basically demolitions.
All right, this is just for what you gave
It
us.
fails.
Okay.
53 out of 41.
Okay. There might exist some specialized stuff you could use for something like this, but you don't think you have anything like that available, nor would you be able to requisition something specific without already being trained or having knowledge in that. You can't just go around and say, give us big explosives. You might be able to simply blow up something like this. As for what it looked like and the size you're approximately dealing with, that's probably useful. The thing you saw in the video, a living, sprawling fungus, an uneven lump of about 2 meters square, glowing in strange colors at random intervals, which seems to be thriving in the deep poisonous waters of the deep, of the pit.
Yeah. Basically, the only thing he can think about is those like mines that they used in the wars before, like to destroy submarines.
As an
And then
additional note, sure, yes.
And then he goes like in the weird like logic cycle that where the hell can he get one, and that's how impossible it is. And then he starts to like waste his time thinking about his military contacts. Does he know anybody from the Navy? Where he could get like something like that, or torpedo or something. But I don't have a submarine to shoot it from, and he's gonna waste the whole day not finding the solution.
Okay. Now, as an additional note, as you were exploring that place, once you identified the thing, there were also other signs around this, let's call it a creature, where there are signs of some other party, probably Benthic, having placed markers at a depth of 30 meters before you get deeper and get to this creature, in a big circle sort of around it, indicating sort of a perimeter, and with little monitoring probes by the looks of it to either keep an eye on this thing or monitor the water conditions, probably, or indicating some sort of radius that they were trying to stay out of. Additionally, as for what you have available to do stuff with it, well, you have a box of thermite grenades. Or if you have some sort of general rocket or explosive available, you might be able to jury-rig something with that to blow up something underwater of this structure and type. You might be able to use like mining explosives. You are near a mine. There might still be some available for that. But the tricky part is getting it close enough to this creature. Because if you simply dunk something, the drone's not going to be able to carry it over there, and the water flow might just flow it all over the place. And if it's not really square next to it, then there's a decent chance that this thing just doesn't take any damage because the water will, be displaced far more. A shockwave obviously can do a bunch of damage. It describes it as any hypergeometric attack has full effects. Does anyone know what the fuck that means?
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah. Basically, it's just magic. Hounds of Tyndalus are hypergeometric. So basically a hypercube, a 4-dimensional being.
Okay, that's great. Does any of the player characters have access to hypergeometric attacks?
Nope.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to get into that part of my character yet.
I think this is what Agent Stone would come back to the party with. Like, okay, guys, I figured out its weakness. Magic.
Magic. I have given a call to David Copperfield and what is that duo of magician in Penn and Teller? I'm waiting for their answer. We need the magic.
As you can see, I have a nuclear warhead here on stage. Now, my partner Teller here, would you mind showing them? And then he takes out a cloth and he puts it over the nuke. And then Penn goes on a big spiel. You see, magic of doing with bombs, it's actually really tricky. It's going to detonate when I press this button in my hand 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he presses it the 5th time, but he doesn't release it. Would you mind removing the cloth? And he removes the cloth, and the warhead's not there anymore. And he releases the button, and then in the pit, an explosion goes off. Explosion magic.
Yeah.
But that's if you guys had hired them, which you didn't. So that explosive went off in a different pit somewhere. And they only do that set once. Do you know how difficult explosives are to get? Yeah, the most straightforward, brain-dead, unless you have a better alternative, way would be someone crafts a bomb, a whole collection of those thermite grenades which you have, into a big improvised explosive package, and then swims down to where this creature is, and, on a perhaps bit of a rope, dangles it so it's in the general direction of this thing, and then once it's close enough, lets go, swims back up to safety, and then detonates it. Does anyone have a better idea than that? After all, swimming close to a weird alien fungus thing might not be the safest thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about chemical precipitation, but I'm not sure if that will work. Like using chemicals that will tie the heavy metals in the water, basically, and separate them from the water. At least that would give us clarity in the water, maybe. As to how much we would have to dunk it into this lake is another question.
Well, let's do a quick check. This thing was the equivalent of a real pit somewhere, right? This was in the pit. Let's see, it says the source of heavy metal, see the pit, 116. They mentioned it was what we have the picture of. That it was of a real place somewhere, and we can just check how big that is, and that'll give us an idea.
Yeah.
Right? So it said that the pit, fictional fascinator of the Berkeley pit. There we go. So, then we go here and we say, how big is the Berkeley pit? Berkeley pit, Wikipedia. It is 1 mile long and 1/2 mile wide, with an approximate depth of a little more than 500 meters. Okay, so how much toxic sludge is that? And if you would probably need an equivalent amount of like baking soda slush in order to neutralize it, which means a lot. You would need a lot. You would need a lot. It has a pH of like an average of 4.2, about the acidity of tomatoes, and as a result, it is laden with heavy metals and dissolved metals that leach from the rock in a natural process known as acid rock drainage. The water's content is but not limited to copper, arsenic, cadmium, zinc, sulfuric acid. So,
okay, let me calculate that. The density of baking powder is this, times a shit ton, carry the metric ton.
It's about rounding off a bunch of stuff. 1 kilometer by almost 1 kilometer by a half a kilometer. 1 million square meters? Who the fuck knows? I'm not doing this kind of math here. You need a fuck ton. It's not a fucking pond. It's a seriously large amount of water, and if you want to neutralize the entire thing and just go boop, then you need a little bit more than a truck.
Yeah. ChatGPT says it contains roughly 50 billion gallons of acidic water, like the pit. I asked ChatGPT what it would take.
Okay,
like,
they'll
well-
ask it that. How many trucks full of baking soda would you need to neutralize that?
Well, it suggests lime or hydrated lime to
Well, that's
basically.
expensive.
It is, but to cause the heavy metals to I guess
Be
form
neutralized?
solids. Yeah, or form solid clumps, which would clear them from the water.
I'm going to say that's probably outside of your budget.
Yeah, it would take 340,000 to 390,000 metric tons of pure CaO, whatever that is. Quicklime.
I would say,
So,
I'm going to
yeah,
say like
probably not.
calcium carbonate. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably not within.
Actually, that's calcium oxide.
Yeah,
Whatever.
calcium oxide, probably. How about if we used baking soda?
How?
You would only need 330,000 tons of sodium.
Ooh.
I think.
330.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound so bad. 1,000. Oh.
Yeah.
Tons. Oh.
Oh, so for the whole pit, a reasonable order of magnitude estimate is roughly 1 to 1.5 million metric tons of baking soda for bulk neutralization. Potentially substantially more depending on the desired endpoint and continuing acid generation.
I mean,
So,
to be
not
fair,
in.
we're not
How
trying
many
to
trucks are there?
decontaminate the whole fucking pit. To be fair, like, if we found nothing in the samples that we took from the top, right?
Yes, the top layer of water doesn't seem to be anything particular. This seems to be some sort of creature
Do we
deeper
have
down. As to,
anywhere to pump this water? Or like...
no, it's a containment pit. Like it's a water treatment plant specifically
it's-
for this pit. Like, where are you gonna pump it into the town?
I don't fucking know. I'm asking.
You know
It's
what?
only
Yeah.
60,000 truckloads.
60,000, nice.
Just hook up the water main to the lake and have all the people
Yeah, exactly.
drink it, and it'll be gone in no time.
Yeah, exactly.
Just put out a forest fire with it.
Just ask Bigfoot to take one end of the pipe and then teleport wherever he went and just pump it all into the dream world. Wrong game.
Just open one tiny little portal at the bottom of it and
Yeah, exactly.
suck it out like a drain.
Mateo, clean reality until it breaks and then pump it through that hole.
Okay. Shine,
Squeaky clean. Mateo shines air. There's a hole. Quick, go, pipes through. But
There
yeah,
swims to the bottom of the lake, starts scrubbing one specific spot.
yeah. So cleaning water, no go. Changing the acidity, not happen. Although we don't even know. Well, yeah, not happening. Damn it. I guess. Yeah. No, I have no idea how to deal with something like this.
It's
Yeah.
fucking nuke it.
Unless you have like a 100 on the bureaucracy scale, like I'm gonna assume
No.
that that's not happening.
No. And even yeah, no, not happening.
We could start a crowdfund to,
Yeah.
like, you know, in the coming years or decades, they actually pump enough baking soda as a crowdfund. Will be an association.
Yeah, unless we could make him a meal package full of baking soda sludge. But I don't think that'll do anything if it just swallows that. It's not going to die to it. Yeah, I guess the grenades are the best option.
Now, may I suggest a better method
Yeah,
of
we just, like-
delivery than stone
Diving in.
just diving.
I mean, if it's grenades, you could just fucking drop them. But like, wouldn't that would just spread the shit everywhere,
It's
right?
it's
Can we, like,
underwater.
what burns underwater? Something like thermite or something. Can
Well,
we?
Well, we know this stuff doesn't burn. That's the thing. The baby didn't
Oh.
burn, and it was made of that stuff. So it doesn't burn.
We don't
Cutting
know it.
doesn't do shit.
Only our doctor knows it.
Also, yeah. Okay, one,
yeah.
yes, and two.
I mean,
Right.
there's no
I mean, the
telling that
baby
this is the
didn't
same
burn.
thing as the baby. Like it's a
Yeah, the baby
was
didn't
with a
burn,
weird
but this-
hybrid of things.
I already
okay.
burned a bunch of this shit.
Yeah.
Technically, kinda.
Like this stuff
I see.
itself, particularly when it's on dry land, it burned just fine.
Right.
So you have no reason to think
Okay.
that this stuff is immune to fire.
Right.
And
So
thermite
if-
does burn underwater. So if it's just make it very, very hot, so that this thing gets burnt through, then thermite can definitely do that.
Oh yeah. If we can deliver a package of that and then detonate in a shell and wait, thermite. Is that the stuff that explodes when it comes into contact with water?
You're thinking of potassium.
Yeah, because if we could deliver a potassium shell large enough in a casing that we can then break.
Okay, so you're saying that someone dives down with a big bag of potassium in a watertight seal, and then
No, thank you. Good luck.
Hold on. Dr. Gorm had a suggestion for the delivery. This is just me suggesting that maybe we can use potassium package that we can deliver it to it and then sort of detonate or undo the sealing of it so that that explodes all over the thing.
right. As a reminder, YouTube transcript, this is all taking place in a role-playing game. We are not planning a terrorist attack.
Yeah. Do not flag us like in 7 different places.
You have been demonetized by the FBI.
Hello, FBI.
There's a few to join.
Hello, our FBI guy.
The actual real FBI in our FBI game. Excellent.
So anyway, back to bombing the lake.
I actually wasn't suggesting a method. I was just suggesting that we use a better method than Stone here.
I agree. I think we have a lot of choices.
Do we?
Do
Have both of the
do,
choices.
do we think the same that most likely these scientists found this thing on the lake and they took maybe samples of it and use it to create the chaos we have encountered on the surface?
I would
So it might not
place
be
my
very
bet
mobile.
that it's manufactured.
Well, did Mateo's files that Mateo discovered say that this is where they dumped it because it is a perfect ground to keeping it alive until the attention blows off?
The only thing Mateo found was references to it here and
Right. Okay.
parts of the evacuation and cleanup procedures. But unfortunately, because you don't have any other files and they did do a good job cleaning it up, that is a dead end. You don't know what they were doing with it or what they're planning to do with it in the future or were doing with it in the past. They were doing something and they're planning to do something. But this thing is definitely unnatural and most likely linked to what's been happening here. So ignoring it, asking for more trouble.
Yeah, that's also one thing we should probably
return
not
for
ignore.
those images we found on the doctor's house where he was in the swimming suit. Or the
Ah, yes.
with the diving outfit. Let's go back to them and see that if there's anything we have missed on those pictures.
Right over
sure.
here.
Let's go. You're back at the doctor's place. He has those diving pictures. It seems to be him at this pit with a big hazmat biosuit, and you can even see some of those probes that you found down deep in the lake, and he's holding several of those. So
Okay.
he definitely dove down here to set up that perimeter. So this thing...
And decided to snap like his own next Facebook like a profile picture there.
No. This was like
So
when
Why does
Benthic
this
was
image
starting up.
exist? Why does this image exist?
Well, probably because Benthic was starting up at the time to investigate this, and they were proud of it. Like, yeah, we're doing a fucking operation here. Like, this was a while ago, probably before
So-
all sorts of safety procedures were in place. And even then, if you're part of a secret team and you're doing something that's never been done before, if you're doing the secret moon landing, you're still proud of it. You just don't put it on Facebook. Like, this was his own personal thing. If you don't know the context, it's just a guy in a diving suit at a lake. You don't know what the context. If you didn't know what the context is, just, oh, the guy must like diving, and then you go, wait a second, that's in a special place. I love diving in filth, he would say, and then people go, oh, okay, yeah, I cannot get enough of diving in water treatment plants. I
also
love
want to-
being submerged in shit.
If possible, like Agent Stone is gonna like go back to his like his time in the military. He has been doing all sort of special missions. He has quite high swim skill. He has heavy machinery, heavy weaponry. He's also having like quite high military science. And he's trying to remember, is there anything useful that could be used? Maybe some tidbit of information he has, like maybe not thought so important because he's not working as like a diver or like doing any sabotage or underwater. If I can roll like a military science.
Okay, just to see if there's anything in particular you've forgotten, you mean?
Yes, something that has been taught to me about like destroying objects or like enemies underwater. That might be useful. Because me as like a player, I just don't fucking know.
Right, okay. Well, roll me military science.
Okay. 43 out of 61 success.
Okay. First off, you'll think back to your trainer telling you, like, if you ever need to destroy a blob underwater, be sure to use hypergeometric attacks. They're weak. They're weak to those.
Oh, good, because luckily Ben answered to my email and like he's ready to throw some fireballs.
He's got what was it? Hypermetric. He's got
Geometry. Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah,
and then he looks
hypergeometry.
over his sheet, and he was like, in the memories, like, I've just been informed that the hypergeometric attack program was in fact cut a little while ago. Sorry, we won't be teaching you those. Instead, if you need to do underwater demolition, your best tools are generally thermite and getting up close and personal. We're going to teach you some underwater welding. There's a lot of overlap with the skill set. And you realize that you, in a diving suit, just using your swimming skills, which is something you're good at, and your demolition skills, which is something you're good at, and just tossing a packet in this thing is probably your best bet. As thermite in particular, in close proximity, it's gonna fuck up everything in a few square meters of that place as it just hyperheats everything there. Like, if this thing can be boiled alive, then that package will do that very quickly.
How about the delivery method? Because that is what we are needing. Like something. Of course, it's gonna sink, but is there like some way of like more reliably like not just drop like a heavy canister of it from the boat above, but
No.
somehow guide them in the right place without me pushing there.
Unless you're dumping it from like a boat in a depth charge, the best way with this improvised package is probably just swimming to the location right above it and then, lowering it with a rope. Now, buoyancy is a little bit of a problem. That's where you got to sort of steer it with the rope. All of this comes down to your swim skill. But once it's in place, just leave, detonate.
Okay.
Do you
That is
trust?
the best
Do
I
we
can
trust
come up.
Agent Stone with this? Like,
Yeah, he's the guy with the expertise to do this.
What is the safety distance that we need to be like out of the way that we don't burn alive?
For the thermite exploding, you probably want to be
Yeah.
out of. You probably just want to be out of the lake, but.
Okay, so we need like a timer connected with it.
Still, if
does
you're
my
100 meters
meter-
away, is more than enough, and you're probably sinking it in from 30
timer,
meters away.
Yeah.
A timer's probably safe, since you never know what might happen with a detonator, and it's not like you want to go back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
Goop. I need that back.
Yeah, so unless the goop is capable of disarming a bomb and recognizing what it is, which, I mean, granted, it might.
Yeah.
Okay, and then about all the demolitions, we have some, but is it enough? Do we need to like acquire more? I guess we do.
What, you mean some sort of backup bomb, in case it turns out to not be enough?
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's say that like I failed the demolition roll, calculating stuff. So maybe like basically he just doesn't know how the water is gonna affect it. So that's why he wants to maybe get like a bit extra in case the water is gonna diminish the damage.
You prepare 2 bombs in case one of them fails.
Yeah, and very carefully setting up the timers on them. We are not actually in any super hurry, so
No,
I'm
you're not.
really happy of like using like an extra time on this.
Yeah, it's just you prepare this extensively. You don't even get a check for it. It's just you succeed.
And while he's doing
you
that,
get this
there's
thing.
something potentially related to this that we should probably check out that we have not so far. Which is the stone slab in the green box with the dog tags? Because this shit came from somewhere, so I would just like to verify that that is not a extraterrestrial lump of rock that houses still a strain of this somehow.
All right. You're doing some research on that in the meantime. Give me. Let's see. You probably would have done some archaeology and geology and whatnot. Give me military science.
Military science.
And I'm going to assume someone's helping. I'm assuming this is someone's helping you, so you get plus 20. As you're just
I have
researching.
61 if you just
during
tell
the
what
day.
you need.
Yeah, you're doing the others. Where is military science?
It's a science.
Which I don't have at all. So
Okay. You might need to wait for me to like get my stuff done.
sure.
and then I
We can
help
do
you.
that afterwards.
Sure.
It's just something that Guybrush is like.
Let's
we might
just,
also want to check the rock with the melted in.
Considering that you were looking at this before, I can just say like, okay, he would have spent some time on that, and with the 2 of you, you probably would have just succeeded on that, since it's just more of a checkbox to get out the way, because it's a rabbit hole if you really want to go in there, but it's
Yeah, well, he was in a container with a lot of stuff revolving this case anyway already. So
yes. So the dog tag in particular came from a private who was, according to these records and military history, part of the USS Eldridge, which on October 28, 1943, served as a destroyer escort, and then during a experiment in 1943, just completely disappeared. And by that I don't mean, oh, we lost track of it. No, it disappeared during the experiment. It just went, and then the other boats and whatnot that were seeing it, the one moment it's there, the next moment it's just fucking gone. You know, very similar perhaps to the Doctor.
Right.
Just blipping out of existence briefly as you saw him. And famously in occult and military rumor circles is that to cover this up, a new USS Eldritch was very quickly commissioned, and another ship, destroyed, renamed under the exact name. We're like, nope, it's right here. See, nope, it doesn't disappear. There was no experiment. As for what exactly happened to it, there are multiple different theories. One got teleported into space, other that it traveled in time. But the exact nature
I
of the
remember there were
experiment-
fossils. It's mainly that we never took samples of that. So
Yes.
it's mainly just to make sure that, like, I think it was Woodridge, Jonathan, Matthew in the dog tag. I think we
Yeah.
looked at that
Yes.
part, but it's just that the stone itself isn't like a relic that they have been taking pieces of before someone stole it and stored it
Okay.
into the green box.
You've spent some
So that it
time
doesn't-
studying the stone. The stone does not contain some sort of alien life form or relic, as far as you can tell, and this thing has been sitting here for at least a decade.
Right, but no dried up dormant strain of this
No
fungus that would...
dried up dormant fungus here that someone's
Okay,
been
cool.
snorting that unleashed all of this. No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just wanted to make sure because it was in the same lockers.
Yes. Turns out that people just store stuff in the lockers and it's like, what are we supposed to do with this? It's not important right now. Just leave it. We'll pick it up later. And then later never came.
Yeah. Still wanted to make sure. We're going through all of this and it's like, but there was the stone.
It must be relevant somehow. Why? It's in the locker. Okay, what about the bubble gum? The bubble gum is relevant somehow.
It could be. Someone chewed it and now it has the fungus in it.
The fungus bubble gum. Willy Wonka's fungus bubble gum. You eat it and then it gives you a fungal infection. Mr. Wonka, why did you make this bubble gum? I put it as a trap in my factory so that when the children come and eat it, they get something horrible that happens to them. My
Of course,
first...
the fungi fungum.
The fungum. Sir, the one candy that makes people inflate big and blue and gives loads of people weird fetishes, and then the other one where they get stuck in a tube, and then the other one where they shrink down. I'm starting to think you're just making weird fetish material, Mr. Wonka. No, definitely not.
No. I specifically told them not to.
I told them children are going to do this. Make sure no weird fetishes are involved. Wink. I'm starting to think I shouldn't have winked. They might have misinterpreted that.
But at least the avenue is now investigated.
It's fine. There will be significantly less sexual undertones in the remake. And then Johnny Depp played in it, and then that went out the window. It's fine. Just don't sexualize the midgets. Wink. And then Johnny Depp saw that and was like, okay.
Oh, Tim Burton.
Sure. Anyway, let's get away from this topic at light speed.
Let's blow up
Let's blow up the
fungum.
lake. Also, because I feel like we've joked about it so many times, Matteo, give me some sort of check to see if you could get a heavier explosive. Like, how would Matteo get a big boom to clean up the lake as plan B?
The cartel will help Mateo.
Cartel will help. Cartel have Nuke, they owe Matteo. Just to
have a little bit of demolitions, but it's only a little bit.
How much is a little bit?
20.
Okay. Tell you what. If Matteo gets a crit, I'll do something funny.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's a success, then it's just like a decommissioned rocket, and otherwise we just go with what we have. You always got to put a little bit of a chance in there. Please, 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 please. Ah. Okay, so as much as we joked around, no, we're not nuking the lake.
Okay.
We'll just have to do a localized, realistic explosion. You know, not everything can be the funny. Sometimes we have the serious campaign. Okay, so Operation Blow Up the Thing at the bottom of the lake without blowing up the entire lake. As much as I think we all would have liked nuking the lake, we're going to have to do this seriously. Clutched together thermite grenades and improvising it. So, everyone agree with the plan? Thermite grenades and Agent Stone swimming down there, putting the package close up to the thing.
Yeah, sure. With the same
insane.
hazmat, like a diving suit in the picture that the doctor had.
Yes. You get your hands on a similar level of hazmat diving suit. You prepare the explosives best to your abilities.
I'm gonna put like a two, just in case, because we have time. I have 2 timers. So the timers both have like a small explosive that's gonna explode when the counter goes to 0. So just in case, if the first one fails, there's gonna be a second one.
Great. Give me either demolitions or heavy weapons to
Right.
see how well that is prepared.
Let me do heavy weapons because I have done the other one already successfully.
Sure. You have prepared these, so it's not like a failure is going to blow them up or fail preparing it properly. This is just something that adds up.
Yeah. Is there anybody else who have like some like a technology or some otherwise like a very steady hands who could like support me with this one? Just making sure that all the connections are solid and
Well, yeah.
there's no easy fuck up.
Gorm has engineering.
That sounds good. I'm gonna take Gorm to I'm gonna explain everything what I'm going to do.
You prepare the thing
stuff
together.
works.
Yeah, you prepare the thing together. You double check it. Gorm rolls engineering to make sure he double checks the thing you're doing.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the heavy weapons and maybe I get like some bonus from Gorm. Success 19 out of 50.
And I failed my engineering.
It's fine. I don't fail mine.
I give you a negative.
I thought the
20,
engineer was
but you
giving you
still
a
succeed.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
Still success.
again, failed doesn't mean no, now it doesn't succeed. It's complications that. Let's see. I do like a tiny little snippet. Not that any of you would do this, but pollutants in the water count as separate poisoning, inflicting d6 damage if you don't have a proper protection. And then after a swim attempt with a failed luck roll, the agent develops cancer in 2d6 years.
Lovely. What the hell?
Okay.
It's just such a fucking paragraph in there. Just, why is that something you account for?
That guy
I mean, I kind of like it. It's
scenario.
like for the, when you drop the campaign and then you kind of like summarize what everyone goes out on doing and whatever, and then you can go, oh, by the way, you get cancer after 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the eulogy of every one of these? Oh, and by the way, your character just incorporate cancer in there.
Yeah.
What?
Let's roll
Yeah,
it
no,
and
even
find it
better.
fast
You
enough.
start explaining. You start
More.
explaining like what, like you're gonna, get a wife, get some kids, buy. And you're like, okay, realistically, how far in this would you get in 5 years?
It's that fucking.
And that's when you get hospitalized.
It's that Donkey Kong 64 meme song of that one segment where they just they explain everyone's story of what they're doing right now, and then there's Chunky. He's dead. DK. Chunky's dead. I'll link that later. It's yeah. Of all of a sudden just going, oh, and then there's Agent Stone. Yeah, he died of cancer. Anyway, the single unit is expense. Let's see. Hazmat suit. Yeah. You've expended stuff. Failure in swimming means you only find stony accretions that can occasionally be caught in the suit in case something goes wrong. But did you make a swim check already?
Not yet. Not yet.
In case the suit tears, but you're aware the creature's here, so you're not going to do that. You're going to stay far the fuck away.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
like-
wondering that do I actually need to do the swim like check because everything is pretty handy. Like we know what we're doing.
Well,
We're going to stay away from it. It's maybe more about like some sort of fucking calculation check that are we like actually above it? Like if
Yes,
drop it,
that's pretty much what the swim check is. Like, are you properly above it? Like, demolitions, success, thing,
Alright, yeah.
success. Is there anything else that it could potentially grab you, realizing, nope, you just realize what
Okay,
it is, where it is. Let's see.
Yeah,
Actually,
as there's
the
supposed to be some sort of
formation.
professionals, there's gonna be a rope around me that is going to be like connected with the bolt, and they are going to basically get me fuck out, like push me back on the surface if something goes terribly wrong. If somebody hasn't cut the rope before that.
Yeah.
You have a pager or something that you can.
Oh, that's what you want to do.
That-
Make a fucking call underwater. Like, help, call me.
Something inside the suit that he can press that sends an alarm to us because he's not going to be tugging any ropes to show us that he wants up because we won't know he's in trouble unless actually. Well, we have the drone. We can have the drone follow him.
Isn't that
and if we
normally
see
what you
something-
do? Just have someone with a rope attached to them, and you yank on the rope. You know, when you want
I've
to.
never.
Yeah, I would say that
diving with
yanking the
anyone.
rope
But I
is
don't
the
know how
most
you normally
straightforward
do.
thing, and you guys are going to be there like holding it so you can feel the vibration that there's like a fish on the hook, so to say.
Yeah, and that's what the swim check is for, to see if all of a sudden you get grabbed and yoinked around, and then everyone gets to go fishing.
Okay, let's see how this works. I have 50-50 chance. Here we go. 50 out of 50 success.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
as you
That's
get down there and deliver the package, the fungus will reach out to you, grab you with one of its tendrils, and the entire group will just suddenly feel the yoink of Agent Stone being pulled down there. He releases the package and flicks on the timer as the package sinks down towards the blobby thing.
Which hopefully grabs it as well.
Yep. It just sinks towards the blob thing as it reaches out towards you and tries to open up your swimsuit and get at your delicious brains
Yummy.
and probably infect you or whatever the hell it's going to do. But as it gets yoinked on the rope, the entire team feels this, and as per your agreement, you quickly get yoinked back up to the surface out of the hands of this thing. I mean, you know, it's a fungal thing with little tendrils. It doesn't exactly have the greatest amount of strength. You could probably just swam out of that yourself with no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And as you do, as you get yoinked up, after a few moments in the distance, in the darkness, Agent Stone will just see a bright white light as the thermite flares up. And the water temperature
swimming
increases
on the
significantly
surface.
as a whole bunch of it starts boiling away. Now, the lake is very large, so even all of this isn't exactly going to heat up the temperature or anything, but you see a whole bunch of bubbles coming up as the creature is thoroughly cooked. With this, the agents have pretty much closed off every bit of unnatural influence in this region, and take satisfaction in knowing that, well, Benthic might have, packed up and left. With the destruction of this thing, at the very least, they can't reinfect anything, assuming that they don't have all sorts of more backups somewhere.
I'm sure they have.
Probably, but that's not our problem at
Maybe,
the moment.
but you all sort of breathe a sigh and leave and go, okay, I think this situation is thoroughly contained with this. And you each regain 1d6 sanity.
Yay! That actually is good.
So you can all roll that individually,
I roll
I
one.
think. Yeah, but if everyone rolls individually, you'll at least
yay.
get something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, question: how much legal problems did you really create? Let's see. I don't think you went any particular. Let's see. How many bodies did you leave on the ground? None. Did you get any weird media attention? since there was a subplot we never really interacted with, that there are media companies active in this region, which, if you cause incidents, might be very interested in that.
Yeah.
I don't think you...
maybe only the baby, if the mother like starts like
Oh yeah.
some sort of
true.
like social media, like yelling on TikTok that like the government stole her baby or something like that.
Let's
that
see.
can be, but then again, we also have we have people who were sick. One of us was sick. Her husband, the coroner, who like people who around the family got sick. Like the coroner died, then the hospital staff got sick, and she was brought in to be cured. So there's kind of, I mean, sure, something like that will spread with the conspiracy theorists, but there are like official, quote unquote, smart voices who will be like, yeah, no, she was sick, that causes hallucinations. The doctor felt it, the agent felt it, her husband died to it, so she was just sick.
I would think that like the Delta Green, even though the teams that they send are quite as proficient as we are, they must have more power in affecting how things are broadcast in the media, or how the different agencies in USA government are handling things. So this most likely is going to go on the publicity, some sort of like article about an outbreak of something, or a terrorist attack or something like that.
While
But
that
most likely
is
it's going to
true,
be something different than what actually happened, and being tried to put like, to make it small.
while that is true, this is more about, have you done a good job with your immediate local operation? Because if you guys do a good professional job and the media just doesn't even get involved or notice anything, that's an additional sanity gain. So trying to I'm trying to verify, is there anything that qualifies as nasty media attention risk? Let's see, that was the doctors that got infected, of course. Don't think that's particular. You handled that pretty straightforward. You didn't like escape and cause a huge scene at the hospital or kill anyone. That was a minor thing. I'm going to say, because there was no real opportunity for the media to have any sort of spectacle. I mean, you did shoot a guy at a mountain, but that was late at night.
Yeah, in the middle of a national park.
In the middle of a national park. Let's see.
Too many
I'm going to give a luck
people
roll
around
to
it.
see if the media happen to cause shit with that. That's a little bit of a luck roll. Less than 50 is good. Oh, wow,
Ooh, wow.
4. Okay. Everyone roll a D2 for sanity gain,
Yay!
as this entire operation was thoroughly contained.
Woohoo!
Then,
My goodness,
additionally,
I'm always halfway there.
one that is just for Dr. Gorm, 1 point of sanity for dealing with the child.
Then I am at my halfway point. Well, actually, my max is a little bit less.
You're gaining, remember, not losing.
Yeah. But I'm at 50. What I mean,
Okay.
Nice.
just gaining all them.
All gains for Gorm.
Oh yeah.
Gorm's gains.
Oh, and then finally there's a segment of, which I think is so stupid. Not applicable, but sanity gain in case you destroyed any of the alien creatures. First off, what alien creatures? Those are hypothetical. You didn't interact with
I
them.
was very near.
And second, oh my god, aliens are real and they're here to communicate with us. Kill them.
Use
Yeah.
100 sanity.
Oh yeah.
We are aliens from another world and we are willing to talk to... Bang, 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 bang. Welcome to America, motherfucker.
We can offer you hyperintelligence and immortality. Nope. We don't like smart people.
The first contact with Agent Stone. Yeah, I didn't want that to happen. But I had like some sort of like a feeling that there is some fucking aliens like on front of that, on top of that mountain. If we start to play David Bowie there.
Well, yeah, that was kind of hinted at from the start. I was kind of waiting for that to happen at all times. I was expecting us to have to go there once. Well, we figure out the disease, and then we go to the mountain and we play the song, and then the aliens are gonna come, and that's the source of this, and then we're gonna kill them.
Well, I imagine that if Guybrush had escaped the hospital, that might have been where things had gone.
Yeah, probably.
Or Guybrush would have been climbing it, and then Agent Stone would have, shame that.
Always hated that guy.
But yes, and after that, you'll probably take a few days to just really make sure all the bodies are properly sealed up in the green room. Talk to any remaining potential witnesses, do another check of the benthic area before you conclude that, yeah, all loose ends here have indeed been taken care of. Leaving only a strange...
we are going to get you.
Only a strange occasional thought in the back of Guybrush's head when he thinks back to those moments and how tempting they seemed at times.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of acid.
When we do the final report about this mission back to Delta Green, or to the program, maybe we add like a mention to keep an eye of the company who created that mess. Maybe another team might be sent to like deal with them, or at least make sure that if there's any sign of that they continuing the experimentation, that we or some other team is informed that we can go to finish the job.
Yeah, we'll definitely leave a mention of them that they need to be kept an eye on. They might have a strain of it still, and this might happen elsewhere.
In which case, here's how you deal with it. This is where they're trying to go, or somewhere else. And of course, there's always a big question of how much in that report is accurate and how much is just completely not applicable. As the guys read and go, baking powder?
No, it's just you wait it out.
Yeah, chicken soup. Chicken soup cures it right away.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, and then normally we would have the preparations for next time, but that's still being worked on, and it's a little bit of an awkward interlude, so we'll just go with the interlude of how you guys' sanity losses that you've had over this time sort of play out. Does everyone have their sanity loss charts of how much they've lost during this particular adventure? Bonds they've reflected on? Mateo's just been sitting in the back going, oh, alien. Oh, how sad. Anyway, I clean. Yeah.
I don't think anyone except Gorm lost. Well,
Yeah, Gorm lost a lot.
Gorm and Stone were the only ones who lost, I think, sanity on this.
It's bizarre. that
I did some.
you
I
didn't
did.
lose
I did lose like a 3.
Yeah. You lost when you saw the guy blink. Gorm lost with the baby, but Guybrush was sick and under influence, so he didn't lose any.
I'm pretty sure you guys made a bunch of sanity rolls. You just generally succeeded in them.
Could be that as well.
And nothing was in a category where you instantly like lose 10 sanity or something. So.
Not
I had
but
some like lost sanity from the previous sessions, though, which accumulated, but I got them nicely back like now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because we were just doing an autopsy, and I mean, sure, there was the fungus, but that was still just a fungus at that point. I don't remember really taking any. Yeah. Gorm and Stone are the only ones who took hits. Mateo and Guybrush were just kind of there We were just there.
Oh, look, infected worm fungal creature. Oh, how terrible. Anyway, I clean with flamethrower now.
Don't look, don't breathe.
Mateo cleaned many of these from old people toes. It's okay.
Don't look, don't breathe. Act
Yeah.
fast.
Mateo seen many in hospital corner.
Mateo, use flamethrower now. Do not breathe in fumes.
Yeah. Use bleach or use flamethrower.
Bleach thrower.
Yeah. Flaming hot bleach coming in. Don't worry.
Mateo, special secret for cleaning extra hard things. But yes, then there is the question of what does everyone do in their downtime? Which I guess I need to sort of grab the agent's handbook for myself as well. Like, oh, what the fuck were the options for downtime? It's like getting back to nature, shit like that. It's
with my only bond.
I mean, I can. Oh, yeah, you have that.
Well, actually, no.
I can offer
You don't have to do
psychotherapy if you need it.
I don't even need that because the relationship with my brother is just perfect for what I can get. So, yes, I'm
deteriorated, so.
during your downtime in personal pursuits is fulfill obligations to get those bonds back up, back to nature, establish a new bonds, go to therapy, improve skills, personal motivation, special training, staying on the case. If you want answers for stuff that wasn't revealed, study the unnatural.
Is there anything to like gain more strength, for example?
Yes, that is improving a skill or stat.
I'm gonna do that. Like Agent Stone feels that like this is going. Things are out of control, and how to get them in control is to become stronger.
Must become
Doesn't my-
swoller.
Does my power return?
A what?
I had power loss. When I had temporary power loss from 13 to... I lost 5 power.
Yeah,
Temporarily.
that's why it's temporary. You return it as you heal.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Is there any possibility of gaining more power?
Power.
So basically,
power
like,
is self-discipline. So
Getting more stronger in this case might not be to become physically stronger, but like get more mental discipline because you are seeing some shit. But I have no idea how to fucking train that.
You sit under a waterfall shirtless and just...
according to this, which is not a thing I really like, is you do a check of the relevant stat or skill, and if you fail, you get an amount of points.
Okay, Agent Stone is gonna go deep in the military like training manuals and finding all the exercises that are meant to like to make people more disciplined or to keep cool head in a really dangerous or stressful panicky situation, and he's going to go hard on those and putting his like his brain and his like flesh on the game.
Yeah, the only thing is, it feels so shitty when you check, when you get
I
one
agree.
check and you fail.
Yeah,
It
this should be
usually
something that takes
cleaner way.
years or something like that.
Depending
It's
on
totally
how
fine
fast
if you
you
say that that's not feasible. I kind of think that like raising your stats should take a lot of time.
It's more that it's luck based
I-
right now, which is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
luck.
do
It's so
one.
stupid.
You do one check during your downtime, and then you gain 1 point if you fail on a stat. Which. Because you have a
Yeah, but 1
maximum of
point-
18, so 1 point's a lot.
Yeah, 1 point in a stat is a lot. It's like
Yeah, it's quite
5
huge.
percentile to your chance. So it's basically a 5 to that stat.
Yeah. And it's 3d6 if it's a skill. and then also you lose 1 point of bond in something. Which I think is silly. Like, you're already constantly losing bond. Why are you also sacrificing it when you're trying to train?
That is
Well,
exactly
I
what
mean-
the game wants for you to happen.
Yeah, basically, you are losing your shields, and you are just meant to die at some point. That's the whole
guess.
point of the game. Is that at some
That is
point
the idea.
you
Like
just,
you're draining, like in
Yeah.
multiple places. Like you're
it is
bleeding
eating
out.
away at you, and at some point you
Yeah,
just
that is the idea of the game. Yeah, that's the idea of the game.
yeah.
But basically, my power is so low that I'm just going to do the roll. But I think that like if I could be different, like I have power 9. If I want to get to 10, that might be more feasible than raising my strength from 15 to 16.
Yeah, I mean,
In the same time.
pick the one you want and roll.
Okay, let's go with the power.
Sure.
Fail, please
Drum
fail.
roll.
Yay, I
You
fail.
fail. You get 1 more point. You go from 9 to 10.
Now I'm normal.
I'm average.
I'm fucking average.
And because this game
Yeah.
wants you to train and fail, each stat each stat increase reduces 1 bond by 1.
Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice my brother.
Yeah, sure. It's like, oh, the game is about you slowly draining and dying. So your brother comes and is like, "Hey, bro, you want to hang out and drink some brewskis?" And you're just sitting there going, "Zen, bro, respond to me, dude. Could you just talk? Zen." Like, oh, fine, be that way, bitch.
bro? You into this hippie shit? No,
Oh, I didn't know you were a hippie. Ugh, I fucking hate you. Die. Then he leaves.
Never talk to me again.
Yeah.
Never talk to me again. And then you wake up from your nap going, I feel so focused. Wait, was a guy here just now? I feel like I missed something important.
I kind of understand it like in the way that let's say that we would have a bit different dynamic. We would have like a player who is like married with kids, and then of course this is silly that you are like training your strength. Like the wife is complaining that you're all the time on the gym. You are not spending any time with her. You are just so focused on the mission that you are like negligent like a partner and such forth. That is gonna like drop the bond for sure. But like in this case, okay, I'm totally fine with like I had big plans with my brother Daniel Raker, and basically I just forget it because I was so deep into improving myself to stay alive in these fucking missions.
Yes, your brother.
Is charisma the max that shows how much?
Yeah, charisma is the max.
Yeah, you
Or for
met your
bond.
brother and you talked about your problems and like, geo hyper geo
Geometric.
metrics would have easily solved that problem.
Yep.
And his hand glows, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Thanks, Ben.
Daviland, your brother is pet. You could study unnatural.
Yes, I'm checking that out right now.
It's still so fucking absurd how they just occasionally put in these little fragments and snippets that just say, "Hey, you know this thing that you don't know about? Should I?" In case your character is a 9th level spellcaster. What do you mean? That's never going to be a thing in this, right?
Well,
If your character can breathe fire, they can use that to set this thing alight.
where can you learn that? Well,
Oh, we don't tell you that. If
Yeah.
if the party has unlocked the secret of Nim, this particular summoning circle will respond to that. What?
it kind of sounds like these are. I think Miro said it at some point. some of these sound like they're meant to be convention games where you don't know what kind of a character comes into play, and they just write, in case you have met this in another game, then this, well, good luck. This is now rewards for that, but
I guess, which would indicate that we're
it's
sort
a
of
part of
doing this
another module or a game, so we don't know where it happens or if it happens. So.
I guess there's not so many of them, so basically they think that if you are playing them in the order that they recommend, I'm not sure if there's an order they
I didn't
recommend.
think there was one.
We might have like met some of the NPCs or gained some of the skills or spells or something like that.
I thought we were doing it in the recommended order. Like I thought this was the starting point.
Well, maybe it's the other way around. If you're not doing it in the recommended order.
Yep. If you're playing like this adventure with the level 20 characters who know magic already, then you can do this.
If you're doing this ass backwards, yes, your magic cure everything spell does cure this.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know that baking soda cures this? Well, you're not, but in case they, for some reason, figure it out. What do you mean, for some reason? How are they supposed to figure it out? They're not. Huh? The password is Jim. This is not written down anywhere in the game. Nothing hints at it. And the player goes, I'm going to try Steve. No. Francis. No. Jim. Yes. Password successful. Which... Yeah, it causes a weird RP. Let's focus back on the thing. It causes a weird RP experience, to be sure. Anyway, that's done. Next, downtime. Does Mateo, if we're going down the line, what do you fill your downtime with?
Yeah, good question. I think I'm just gonna spend it on the gun range.
Just increasing your firearm skill?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no one ever cares about their obligations. It's always like, become better, become more swole, become hyper Chad. The fun part is you only lose the connection if you gain skill, so that's good.
Right. So for that, I am rolling just the stat.
Just the skill for firearms,
Yeah,
and then if you fail, 3d6 and
Nope.
a bond goes down. You succeed. You hit every target just square in the middle of the head. Dang, 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 dang. You get distracted.
I guess I don't need any practice. I'm so fucking good at it. So
Yeah.
Your estranged family shows up and they're like, Mateo, please come spend time with us. And then as you're talking to them, behind your back, you're still shooting at the gun range, still hitting every target perfectly.
I guess I will.
And you've talked to your family? Because I was like, well, Mateo thought one of those things would not go as planned, but both go as planned. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah. But also, you didn't lose any bonds, I believe, right? So everything just went perfectly smooth for Mateo this time. All right, next one, Gorm.
All right. So, Gorm, life is going pretty hectically lately.
Uh-huh.
He seems to be kind of like losing touch. It does feel good that he got to solve the earlier case, and the case handler seemed pleased. But somehow that's a pale hope that he got. Otherwise, he's always been good at escaping into the realm of Go, like online Go games. But
not anymore.
when he goes to the site and starts playing, the deeper the game goes, the more he's is seeing the infection spreading and talking about or playing the Go game with Guybrush, and he just can't concentrate. He has no interest in playing the game. Actually, he realizes he is repulsed by the game nowadays. The one passion he had on his downtime, it's gone. And he just up and deletes all contact information and the great elo count he has on the site. He doesn't even say goodbye to the regular partner he had, and he'll just never pop up again.
He just uninstalled and was like, I'm going to find a new game in social media. I'm going to play League of Legends and browse Reddit.
Well, exactly. It's like at some point you might just realize, actually, I do not like Hearthstone. I don't know if I've ever liked Hearthstone, but I just don't like Hearthstone.
Was this game always shit?
Yeah, exactly. And then you just uninstall it, and then you just never return. It's just gone from your life. Well,
did I ever have fun with this? I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the other people who have spent all of their life savings on getting the right, cards are like, no, we need people to play against, otherwise we can't come back. And you're like, no, I was free to play, bitch. I can just leave.
But what he does realize that he has a new kind of fascination towards the unknowable. So he dedicates a corner of his house to be basically a sort of shrine to all things kind of unexplainable. And he starts this collection by setting down. First of all, I don't know if he managed to ever steal the book from Guybrush. Oh no, the tape actually. Yeah.
Let's say yes.
Wait, which tape?
Sure.
The Starman tape.
Matteo has?
Yeah.
Also, that song can just be found online, so no problem.
True.
Yeah, the song can be, but yeah.
Not that tape.
The tape never made it to the green room. He sets it to the to be the star of his collection, if you get my meaning. And next to the thing, the tape, he puts a little mini grip packet that has a little bit of a scraping of something blue. Something akin
Create a little
to,
bit of drama. Can Agent Stone make some roll to realize this happens, because basically he was really tempted to already in the helicopter to crash the fucking tape.
Right, sure.
Okay,
so there
he
needs to
would
be some
expect a day,
subterfuge
select
to be done that you can get it so we don't put it in the green room.
Well, were you already planning to? Was Stone already planning to destroy it? You're saying?
Yeah, he said it.
Yes. I almost said on the stream that he's just going to basically take the tape and smash it under his foot in the helicopter.
Okay, tell you what. I need some sort of contest between you two. I don't think he would have smashed it. I think he would have just recorded over it. Let's just press record on this tape deck and then record a bunch of empty static, and then Gorm wouldn't even know that it's on there.
That sounds too smart for Stone.
Also, would you have done it because of Gorm or just in general because the tape exists?
In general, so nobody can call the aliens.
Right. Yeah. That would have been more plausible than because Gorm is making sure.
Yeah.
That is.
But yeah,
that is actually a good defense.
I heard Matthias ponder how to smash the tape.
True.
So it was already in his mind.
Shall we determine with just a luck roll to see whether or not you happen to have destroyed it already, and then whether or not Gorm happens to have recovered it?
Yeah, but I think that Gorm would pretty easily just snatch it just be the last person like in the green room and put it in his pockets.
Yeah.
Because like Agent Stone has no like expectation that he would do it.
Sure. But maybe you just go, you know what? Fuck this thing. Snap. When you had the opportunity.
Okay. Luck roll about that
So,
one. Yeah.
less than 50 means he breaks it. Okay. Means he didn't break it, and then by the time it's in the green room, you can't find it anymore because Gorm has it in his pocket.
Yep. And so he has the starts of his collection, a tape of Starman, and also a
Smidgen
mini
of blue.
packet of Star Child.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Star Child? Wait, I thought you said blue. Wait, did you have the fucking kid? Do you have a piece of the baby?
I have a piece of the baby.
Oh boy.
Oh yes.
Do you also have a framed picture of a black man, like on the wall of the shrine? Well, considering Gorm worshipped Luo Monero during the adventures, that's why I'm asking. Like, is a little bit of that remaining as the core of your shrine, in that you have a sort of a picture of Luo Monero dug up from somewhere as the wall picture of your shrine?
That's actually a good idea. Yes, absolutely. I would have a. We saw that, or communicated with.
You saw, and you got a mental breakdown, and you worshipped that thing during that encounter.
This fits perfectly.
Oh,
this fucking captain's gonna end up like a Gorm become Vector, and like we're gonna fight some tentacle monster with the face of a Gorm, like in some laboratory.
I'm gonna say whatever you have, one bond remaining. That takes 1 point of damage, and then you gain 5 points of unnatural.
Excellent.
As you have your little shrine back in your house.
Yeah.
Surprises me that he doesn't have some of the blue smear from the train creature.
Well, he has that in a mini group bag. He just said.
No,
no.
That
That's
was the baby.
part of the child.
Oh, I thought that was the goop.
No. Back when we scraped the goop, he was
still healthy.
Mentally stable.
Yeah.
It would be fun, like when the unnatural starts to get up, that like everybody who has it finds out that they can start doing some cantrips. The unnatural geometry is like, that is totally illogical, but in my mind it's totally fine. Fireball!
No, this is actually how the laws of reality work.
Yeah. You just roll
Science doesn't understand
a natural
them.
skill, and if you succeed, you cast a magic spell. That is how you. Oh my god! Gorm is learning hypergeometric magic.
Yeah, he's learning hypergeometric attacks.
I'm sure my patron will grant me some powers.
Hypergeometric current attack, and it's a lightning bolt.
So yeah, that's how Gorm decides to spend his time. How are you? How are you guys doing?
So yeah, what's Gabbers doing?
Right. Could you raise bonds that did not suffer this adventure?
Yeah.
If they are below 7 or below charisma.
Can you raise bond? Yes, that's fulfilling obligations. Fulfill responsibilities. If your agent is focused on ordinary obligations and relationships, describe something your agent is doing at work or at home to support one bond other than the bond with Delta Green. Roll sanity test. Success improves the bond by 1d6 up to the agent's charisma. A critical adds more. A failure adds just 1. Fumble does damage, but
Okay.
Sanity check.
Yeah. Guybrush will. Well, he still attends those dinners with his wife, but with his just like Gorm gets a shrine from that adventure, Guybrush has a new fascination and fixation on different kind of games, that he already tested on his colleagues in forensics, and now he's trying to spice up their weekly, once per week dinners with his wife, trying to introduce a little bit of board games or something to make it less formulaic and just sitting and talking and, how's you? It's nice to see you.
Honey, why don't we play more in bed? You're right. It's time to duel.
That might be if he fumbles. At that point, they're sword fighting. I bought you
Oh, honey, you know I love
sword as
you,
well.
Leo.
So it's a sanity check. Okay, let's see. Failure was one.
Failure was you get one.
Okay.
He does do the Pharaoh roleplay thing, and then his wife's like, I'm a little bit into it.
Yeah. The
I like it when he
amulet
does
comes
that. I like
out
it when
and
he
he
does the
messes up his
Pharaoh
hair
voice.
and.
He's such a bad boy now. This Pharaoh personality he does is sexy.
There's so much more charisma to that than his normal personality. Or that character has more charisma. She wouldn't call it personality. It's that character has much more charisma than his normal behavior. I'm still not quite sure about it, but
I like the way he does his hair, though. Anyway, yeah. That's
Yep.
that part. As for the next one, let me...
Is there also
Can we do-
attribute rolls like a normal?
A what roll?
Improving the attributes we failed, or
Yes, it's
Still
also
on
if you're
default.
normal, just it's the end of the
Oh,
session,
no.
so you have your skills. Oh, attributes specifically. The event you fail one,
they-
maybe.
they don't-
sorry, skills.
Skills.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, the regular, plus one on everything you failed, and then one of them gets 1d4.
we can do that now, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
End of the session.
Yay,
Let's see.
4!
Since I didn't roll my own rolls, I need to check if I failed in it. Oh, I failed alertness. Okay.
Ooh, forensics gets a full 4. Boa.
Demolitions, here we go. 45.
Big badaboo. Forensics 78.
Form used engineer up.
It was relatively effective.
I got 1 point in alertness, it seems.
And as for a little primer for next time, something went wrong in a recent operation, and Delta Green's leaders have tasked the players' agents with learning how and why. The agents will hear the other team's report of a mission that went very bad, decide what really happened, and make recommendations about the fates of the few survivors of the other teams. The disaster happened in Myanmar. The operation was coded Tiger Island. The principal actors have been given new aliases solely for the purposes of being interrogated. They usually operate on foreign soil, so they're being examined stateside to minimize the possibility of identification or recognition. They are referred to here as Task Force Tiger Island. Neither examining another team's dysfunction nor being examined is very comfortable in this scenario. You get to do both, as you get to effectively act the inquisitors to get any information from these potentially compromised agents, determine if they have sinned, and then put them to death if necessary. if you deem them to be a heretic.
Everyone look at Gorm.
But they might
yes,
also
and,
actually be extracting information from you if you're not careful, and do the same if they can pry something from you. And then who knows what skills they might have, or what horrific alien knowledge they have, or tools that might be applicable. All this, of course, while not learning anything that you're not supposed to know, and trying to minimize sanity loss. If they just dump you with all the sanity draining information that they have, as you go there, yes, of course, and then you filed the paper. Oh, and by the way, aliens are real, and also I saw this, and people can walk sideways through the dimensions if you say the word bleem. And then he goes whoop whoop, and then he teleports. Could you stop making me lose sanity for 5 seconds?
No!
I can turn my eyeballs inside out. Stop it! I ate a baby to hide evidence. Stop it!
Sanity loss wars.
Yeah, you have to out sanity loss them. Like if you get them to lose sanity, that's sanity you regain. Like you have to out crazy each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just
That'll
go,
be
well,
fun.
I decapitated an immortal baby that can't die. And then you go, oh, fuck. Well, I talked to God.
So did we. He was black.
Minus 10 sanity loss on the other guy. Okay, yeah, that's... Oh, well, fuck, now I gotta make a note that this is actually how we're gonna do it. Next time, sanity battle.
And he has a counter for all of our adventures. You cannot win.
Sanity battle. Start. Out crazy. Oh my god, the writers of Delta Green have to just be listening to me go on about this shit sometimes and go, that's not how it's played!
Yeah.
You're ruining my game.
It's supposed to be a serious campaign!
I mean,
That's not the
unless they're like the guy who, as I said, I was in Robecon listening to a seminar by one of the creators of World of Darkness,
Yes.
and he was like, "Oh yeah," and when we thought about it, we were like, "Huh, well, this is an interesting way of doing things, and I don't think anybody else has ever done it. So sure, let's try and do it." and they'd be like, I think that guy would be just super impressed by seeing that his game can be played so differently.
That's not what we intended.
Well,
but-
granted, World of Darkness very much for all the different splats that they have for the different systems just seemed like they try something new every single time.
Yeah, and that was their philosophy either way. They wanted to see what would happen if these things happen,
Yeah.
and they actually had like very strict rules for lore, for example, for vampires, which he went through, which was very interesting to hear.
Right.
Like, okay,
Like as long as the general theming and history sort of aligns. Like it's fine if you have history that only sort of overlaps with each other and then contradicts each other, as long as you know that like it's different parties telling the same history in a different way, and then sometimes events get mistold or lost to time, systems contradict each other, and lots of parties involved lie all the time, and then also vampires exist, and then also werewolves exist, and then also hunters exist. Okay, so far it makes sense. And then also fae from your dreams exist. Okay, and then also mummies exist. Okay, and also demons, which are fallen angels. Okay, and mages, which okay. And how do all these things exist at the same time? That's up to the DM. Have fun, fucker. But yeah, that is again. We keep going to the mage rabbit hole. We will at some point, but not anytime soon. Like let's focus on Delta Green. We keep having fun with with a different system mentally whenever we're playing something.
Oh yeah.
Let's play D&D. Boy, this other system is great. We should do that. And then we play that. Like, this other system is great.
Grass is always greener on the other side.
It really is. It really is. But yeah. For now, that is the preview for next time. And this one is done. Hope you enjoyed Extremophilia.
Oh yeah. This was an interesting one. Holy moly.
Almost needed a
Yeah,
new character,
interesting.
but not then.
Kind of
most-
unprecedented, but not
most-
really.
Most of the interesting stuff actually just came from like side interactions of going like, well, realistically, you would be infected here and you would see this and you would hear this. How would you realistically go with that? Well, you wouldn't just sit there and be like, okay, I guess we die now. Like, stuff would happen. So, yeah. There's a giant chance you get infected. Okay, then what? Well, I mean, there's these mechanics, yes, and, well, I don't know, figure it out. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway. That is that. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.